Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new episode of More Nerds Than Mics. We had a 1-week break because we were not here at all in the same town. That was wonderful, wasn't it?
I was here.
So peaceful.
I enjoyed it.
I was here. You guys were.
Yeah, you were here just making a podcast all by yourself.
You could have, man.
Welcome
could
to
have.
more Joshes
Could
than
have done it.
Mikes.
Josh, and Josh.
Alright, so it feels a little, I don't know about you guys, it feels a little weird doing this after the 1-week break.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna say it feels forced, but
It feels awkward.
it feels awkward.
Does it?
But I know we're gonna,
I feel awkward not doing it, kind of.
yeah, no, but I know we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun again. We gotta get back in our groove, though.
Something, but it's nothing to do with the podcast.
You think I want to do this with you guys every single week?
What?
We need a break sometime.
We do need a break sometimes.
I mean, we need a break from you, Ryan, but...
Oh.
Fight me, man. Fight me.
Okay, so Ryan likes a lot of things. Does he like breaks too?
I don't think so.
No, that's one of the few things Ryan doesn't like. Anyways, I'm your host, Kevin Lau. You can follow me on Twitter at AuthorKlau. That's AuthorKlau. And I'm just going to go around and let everyone introduce themselves.
It's the one and only Keimon.
It's the deepest voice in the room, Alex.
Oh, by the way, Alex just got promoted to a full-time host.
I did.
No longer special guest.
So he'll be on
You'll
the
be
show.
hearing from me a lot more.
Yeah.
More often. No one likes Alex's sexy voice.
Only Keimon, the Beast Slayer.
Oh. It's the guy who likes a lot of things, Ryan.
Yeah, you just make that a t-shirt.
It's the guy who doesn't like a lot of things, Josh.
Yeah.
It's my anti-hero.
And it's me, Matt.
That's the best intro I've heard in my life.
I mean, there's not much to it. It's simple but sweet, you know what I'm saying?
You guys know, like, have you guys seen Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But you know that, like, the part where they introduce all the characters, like, they have, like, a list of the stats and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And just, like, for Matt's character, he'd just be like, it's Matt. And just, like, plain white text.
No introduction needed.
Just the boring guys.
You're the boring guys.
Everyone knows me. I mean, come on.
You're the boring
Where's
guy of the
Matt?
group.
The henchman.
Yeah, you're the henchman.
That's how we feel.
He's one. But also, did you guys know that Suicide Squad is getting an extended cut?
Yes, I
Yes.
did.
13 minutes longer.
Well,
I'm so happy.
if those 13
It's not
minutes
gonna help.
include more
It's
time
not.
for Jared Leto, then I might finally be able to judge him.
The trailer only showed Harley Quinn a little more than.
Well, I mean, the trailer also only showed 5 seconds extra.
Oh, and by the way, I'm Jake. You may remember me from the very first episode, but then I kind of went away.
He's the guy that's kind of here but kind of not today.
Yes.
The guest, but kind of not. I don't know how to describe this. You said you were gonna like sit in the corner or something, right?
Maybe we'll see how the episode goes, depending on what you talk about.
Mm-hmm. Just keep it PG this time.
I will.
Keep it PG.
Won't have the FCC breaking into your room again.
Oh yeah. We don't need NSA in here. It's like, what'd you guys talk about? Some R-rated material.
Kid shows.
Are you guys even old enough to talk about this?
I am.
Well, if we brought Thompson.
Oh yeah, if we brought Tomas in here, he would not be old enough to talk about R-rated material.
Actually, he can get into R-rated movies.
17
That is
plus.
true.
About
If you could be
6.
16 with a driver's license.
Yeah, and any age with parental supervision.
Oh.
So
we
He's
should-
also the legal age of consent in Illinois, so he is not a minor, and he is a liar.
Just by going majority rules, though, he's a minor.
That's true.
Majority.
Not in
rules.
Illinois,
Legally
though.
allowed to punch him, but it's just more awkward.
Yeah.
Alright, so what'd you guys do, like, this week the past 2 weeks for pop culture? We had 2 weeks to do this. Don't say nothing.
We started playing League of Legends.
We started a little bit
Too
before
much.
that.
But we didn't talk about it.
I didn't.
We didn't
start.
talk about that much, no.
We got good at League of Legends. Wait, no, not good. Better.
Well,
I
Yeah,
got from
better.
bad to decent.
We can kill stuff now.
I mean, I'm okay at it.
yes. A lot of us have recently been playing League of Legends, pretty much.
Some of us religiously.
I
Not
am on.
religiously.
I am on a 3-year streak of not playing League of Legends, and it's not been broken.
What is this, like your rehab?
Yeah,
It's like,
I
I've
stopped. I stopped for a reason.
So like, hi, my name's Josh. Hi, Josh.
It's like, what are you addicted to? League of Legends.
I've been clean of League of Legends for
Honestly, that's-
2 years now.
3 years?
That's probably
probably an actual thing, like League of Legends, like therapy clinic.
No, there's like a Facebook. I've heard of a Facebook game therapy group where people who've been addicted to Facebook games.
What?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Yeah.
There are people that are addicted to Facebook and other social media.
Candy Crush.
Used to be addicted to songs.
And I think Candy Crush is
Have you
basically
ever heard of that?
Bejeweled,
No.
except you have to pay for it.
Instagram. So many people are addicted to Instagram.
I've posted a grand total of 4 pictures on Instagram this
I
year.
posted a grand total of 0 on Instagram. So I don't even have an account.
I just posted the first thing in 2 months. So
Bravo. There you go, man.
I'm not addicted.
One day you will be. You're just dipping your toe back in.
No, I'm not trying to be addicted.
But yeah, League of Legends. So it's like 3 or 4 years old now, right?
No, it's a little more than that.
Is it?
A little bit more.
It's not a
5 or
new
6.
game. They just constantly update it.
Wait, it's not. Oh, I mean, I thought it was old.
No.
10 years
Oh,
old.
10? Oh, no.
No.
Let's say
Like,
one.
Not 10 years, like maybe more like 5.
5 or 6.
5 or 6, maybe 7.
You guys think if we get good enough, we can get scholarships?
We're already
Well, I
in
mean,
college.
You can still get extra scholarships.
I won't be able to get
You already
scholarship
have a
early
scholarship.
enough.
Like you need.
I
another
could use
scholarship.
more
No,
money.
you can't.
Money is
You're
good. Money is
Guys,
nice.
we're gonna drop out and become a League of Legends team. Alright?
Yeah.
Drop out.
That's what we're doing.
That's not what I came to school for.
Start a League of Legends RSL.
It is now.
We came to school to find ourselves.
I
And now
found
I
League
think
of
we found ourselves.
We found League of Legends.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever
You know what, Matt? You found League of Legends.
Matt
Technically-
found himself playing League of Legends. We all saw his true colors
True colors.
of trash talking.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Oh, yeah. Very
my
cocky.
trash talking is not serious, okay?
No,
you-
my thing. I feel like my trash talking is more serious, but it's more like when I trash talk, it's because I know I'm actually gonna win.
Does anyone remember Rice? Whatever that dude was that we met, kept insulting me in that game.
Yeah, okay, you deserved it, right?
I did not deserve it.
Oh, yeah, like,
I was not feeding him.
Don Threader or something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever his name was.
Ryan.
He was all like, screw you, Garen, which is a character Ryan was playing, and then he was just being, and like the guy was just being a total jerk.
I got more kills than him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you also died, like...
I'm literally like in the mid of battle.
You know, when it comes to people dying a lot in game, there's one name that comes to mind.
Keimon.
Die.
As
You
you can
died
tell,
more than me.
The last
Oh,
game, you
my
had
God.
0 kills until like the very end.
You died more than me still.
Because I'm in battle. I'm
I
usually
am a
fighting.
support
It's hard.
character.
It's hard for Garen.
You
It's
run
hard for.
away.
I'm a support character.
It's hard for Garen to get away, and if he does get away, I'm like,
Ryan,
still.
You're a tank. You're not supposed to die in the heat of battle.
That's what
That-
it
that's
is.
very
last
true.
Thing. That's like the
I
last
mean,
thing you're supposed
only
to do.
attackers are supposed to die in the heat of battle.
Sometimes.
And support.
Yeah.
Support's kind of like the meat shield.
But I had
Support.
nobody else's support, so yeah, my back.
I'm just Master Yi, like going back and forth between lanes of whoever's dying the most.
I like shooting things with
Trust me.
rocket launchers.
I know the struggle.
I know.
I'm
Like,
bouncing back between every battlefield.
yeah, when you and I play a game, we both bounce back and forth.
Yeah. Alex always comes and helps me and takes my kills. Even though I don't need the help.
Yeah.
but-
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Hey Matt, I
you
see you're
need
dealing with a
that
lot
help.
of minions right now, and you're like level 15. Let me help you with those minions.
Yeah.
I mean, first, if it's those minions, I'll gladly take those.
Alex
from you.
takes kills from people.
So does Ryan too. So.
Hey, I can't help it that
As much as
spin.
Alex, though.
Spinning is
Well,
fun.
Keimon, you're always the one who's running away from the
No,
fight.
well, I pull him back, and I'm about to get him.
When you pull back, they're running away, so I jump in to
And
them
kill them.
and don't let them get away.
I anchored my thing.
Where? Where? To the turret?
Then pull
To the
him
ground.
Wait, that's Blitzcrank?
Back. Yeah.
Blitzcrank? I don't know. I feel like the only thing he can do is pull people.
Yeah.
And that's like literally his only thing.
Keimon, you're not Blitzcrank.
He's
No, no,
Nautilus.
not in the kiss.
Nautilus.
Ah.
Steven, you don't even know who you're using.
I don't need this right now.
Right, back to the topic that we are talking about.
Oh yeah, we're still going over pop culture intro.
Yeah.
So that was League of Legends. But what would you guys give League of Legends, like out of 10?
0.
I knew Josh was gonna say 0.
I'd say.
I still have to keep playing more. I can't decide yet.
I mean, it's not like a story-based game or anything.
Not anymore.
Well, I mean, there's a lore behind it. Just I don't care about it.
It's a lore-based game, pretty much the same way as Destiny.
Yeah. I give it a 7.
I give it a 7 too.
I give
mean,
it a
like,
solid
you don't see me playing it that often though.
8. I'll give it an 8.
As an
He plays it every
amateur,
day.
Yeah, you play it.
6.5.
I play
Like,
it
just because I do 1 game a day.
That doesn't mean I'm addicted.
Unless it's the point where I've been playing with you guys a lot more.
There have been a few nights where we just played way too late.
4 and
Yeah, that's the one where I'm just like, see you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do my thing now.
How late
We
were
can-
we
but we
last
played-
night?
That's like
3
it's like
a.m.?
3:30.
Yeah.
and then me and
something
Alex.
like that.
Wait, did you guys play last night?
We did, yeah.
We
Oh.
did.
Is that why you were up so late?
We just played
No,
bots.
we just like playing.
Reasons.
Reasons.
What reasons keep
This
on?
is a family podcast.
We don't talk about the things everyone did over the weekend except me.
We had a lot of candy.
So much candy. Everyone was on a sugar high.
Yeah.
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 Which, except it was like the complete opposite.
Delicious and
Some people had headaches the day after.
Kevin?
I still have a headache.
Some people's parents listen to this podcast.
Right.
Yeah, it's so
We did not
true.
have that
Some of us
content
went into
here.
sugar.
Okay.
Oh yeah. By the way, Matt, when you said someone's parents listen to the podcast,
Thanks, Mom.
does your mom really listen to podcasts?
Yeah.
My parents
Oh,
do
hi,
too.
Matt's mom.
Oh, there we go.
My parents do too.
I'm your
And
son's
by the
chauffeur.
way, Matt's mom gladly pledged $5 a month on Patreon.
That's so nice of her.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Wait, what do we
Matt
buy?
I'm not
is
gonna say
red
it.
as a tomato
What?
right now.
What do we buy for this podcast?
Well, I mean, right now I pay for a membership on SoundCloud so that we have an unlimited amount. We can put an unlimited amount of files on there. I might change the plan and like make it to like $7 a month, and then like switch to YouTube as well.
I'm thinking if we get popular enough, I'm going to make T-shirts that just say "I like a lot of things."
Yeah.
Just
I'm gonna
send
sue you.
Maybe.
No,
It's
Keimon.
It's my thing
That
now.
was I
It's
created
me.
it.
It's me.
We just need to come up with
I like a lot of
Keimon is
things.
the best, definitely.
we just need to come up with a slogan for everyone.
Well, Keimon just said he's what? The something.
The greatest
Zero
of the
out of 10.
greatest.
Alex is.
Alex just has like a Mr. Sexy Deep voice.
Oh, don't mind me.
Mine would be 0 out of 10.
Zero. Hey babe, it's just like a punchline. It's I started like an opening line. It's like, hey baby, you're a 0 out of 10.
Just like, oh, you watch more Noise than Mike's too? Yes.
Hey baby, my name's Josh. No, come on. Like, hey baby, are you a movie? Because you're a 0 out of 10.
We all get up that.
Something.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt? What would you be? What would be
It's
your?
me, Matt.
It's me,
It's
Matt.
me.
And just like Times New Roman.
And then on the back, the henchman.
The henchman. Hey, that was the best costume, right?
That was a good costume. I can respect.
Ryan just wore a suit and sunglasses.
Hey.
Yeah.
Men in Black.
FBI.
I was in
Anything.
normal clothes
Ray
yesterday
Charles.
down in Kentucky. Recording a barbecue fest. Which was actually pretty interesting. It's amazing how dedicated people get with barbecue.
Oh, yes.
Barbecue was good.
It gets intense.
It's so good. I didn't dress up, but I did watch some pretty messed up things. Prepare yourselves, because I watched a show called Black Mirror, and
Family show.
it's like
Black
it's like
Mirror
a
is
modern
not bad.
day Twilight Zone, but
Yeah.
the first episode, the Prime Minister of
Gets
Britain,
it on with a pig.
Yeah, he has to sleep with a pig in order to get the princess back.
Wait, did you watch the new? Oh, you watched the new season.
No, that's the first season. That's the first
I
episode.
thought the first episode was the fight.
No, that's the second episode. Yeah.
Never mind.
that was a great one though.
Yeah.
And then I watched something worse than that though. I watched a movie by a man named Kevin Smith.
Hey, that's my name.
Oh,
My
okay.
name is Kevin Lau.
Close enough.
Also, you didn't make this movie.
I know.
It's Tusk.
I wish I did.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
yes.
terrible.
I need to watch it still.
I wouldn't call it a good movie,
It's not.
It's a wolf cop material.
but
It's more disgusting than
it's worse than Wolf Cop.
Oh, well.
Let's watch it.
I'm thinking for a movie Monday. We
Yeah,
put
not
Tusk on.
not this Monday, but the Monday
Yeah.
after.
Because this Monday's Matrix,
Yeah.
which was weird.
Hey, do you want to watch it again, Ryan?
I do, but it was still weird. I need to watch it so I can understand it better this time. Because
I don't know if I'll be at this movie now.
I won't be
Do
because
you
you guys
not like The
started too
Matrix?
early.
I don't like the Matrix.
Okay, what do you not like about The Matrix?
It's just it's so boring. It just bored me when I was watching it.
Matrix.
The whole room gets.
But it's so like philosophical.
Yes, that's the problem with it.
Even I like the Matrix.
He doesn't like movies that
He
make
doesn't
you
like
think.
anything.
I don't like anything, and I
I
like
like
the
movies that
Matrix.
make you think. I just don't like. It looks gross too. So
Wow.
It's supposed to be.
It's all one.
That's the
It's
point.
all-
They're in a computer. It's a psychological thriller. You're supposed to use your brain.
In fact, how is that rated R?
What?
How is that rated R?
It's just like more violence, but like
What violence?
Are you saying there's no violence in that movie?
I mean, not enough to be constituted as rated R.
I know. I mean, like, I don't think
Back
when this
then.
movie came out, I don't think PG-13 was made yet.
Oh.
Maybe.
Wait, how old is
Maybe.
this movie?
Because I think
It's
at that
1999.
point, it was still
PG-13
PG or R.
PG-13
Yeah.
wasn't
In
made in
1999,
1999?
they have a lot of movies that should be rated R that were rated PG-13.
And then
That's what made them so good.
Mm-hmm. And then, but with Matrix being rated R, I think it was just barely like more mature enough to reach the rated R level. Like for me, like I saw it when I was like 15, and I was just like, this is totally fine.
Yeah, this is like, that was PG-13.
I think movie ratings are done.
Now, if you get to like the third Matrix movie, that's rated R.
Oh.
It deserves the R rating.
It's so bad.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
I still need to see them.
The second one was worse.
Let's see.
Knowing me, I'll
The
probably
second
like
one was really bad, I have to say.
It just dragged out too long.
Well, I mean, the third one was just basically just like going back and forth between three plot lines.
Yeah.
And they were just like really. I mean, like the action was cool.
I'm gonna watch it. I don't care. I'll watch it.
I like the live action Dragon Ball Z fight at the end.
Wait, what?
We don't talk about that.
We're talking about
We
Dragon
don't
Ball.
talk about that movie.
We don't talk about any live action movies based on
Anime.
animated shows, okay?
No, I'm still
Okay.
talking about the
Okay.
Matrix.
Huh?
I'm talking about the fight scene at the last Matrix
Oh,
movie.
But you referenced the horrible movie, Kevin.
I know.
The greatest
Don't
film
talk
of all
about it.
time.
Hey, wait, what happened to the whole, we're supposed to be going through what we did this weekend?
Oh yeah, Keimon, do you have
know-
anything else?
I saw the Power Rangers trailer.
Well, yeah, we're actually gonna be talking about that
We'll
later.
be talking about that a little bit later.
Little bit later.
We just do it now.
No, we'll do it late. But
A
let's
little bit
finish the
later.
intro.
Now.
Matt,
We don't want to have a 5-minute
Matt,
intro.
there's organized.
We have to be organized.
Guys,
We're getting $5 a month on this.
There's a system, Matt.
let's wait until the movie comes out because trailers don't actually tell us anything.
But trailers
But we can
are
judge
just
a
as-
trailer.
Or
Yeah,
they
we
could
can
tell
judge
us
a trailer.
everything.
That's what all people do. Judge a trailer.
No, but the trailer is not going to be.
You're just saying this because you didn't watch the trailer.
No, I did watch the trailer.
Oh, you
I
did?
thought it was awful.
Yeah, no, we can put our input on the trailer and what we think. Because I know some of us like it, some of us don't like it. Like for me, I'm like a little bit in between. Because like there's some things that I would change, but we're gonna go into that later.
Let's finish the
So we need a little bit of order than
Keimon?
last episode.
Okay.
Anything else, Keimon?
No.
No. Just gonna drink some purple flurp now?
Yeah.
Alright. What about you, Alex?
You know, I would say this week, I'm going to have to say it's a lot. I know.
It's a lot. You guys
Yeah.
sift through it. Do you want to come? You want us to come
Just
back
sift
to you
through
later?
it, but I'd have to say the biggest thing in my week was the John Wick 2.
John Wick 2 trailer, which we're also going to be talking about later.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I'm looking at that one.
I have not seen that one yet.
You haven't seen it?
Oh, how-
Okay, so
how-
Matt, go ahead and watch it now.
Get your headphones. You'll be busy.
Earmuffs. For me, what I did the past 2 weeks, I watched the new Jungle Book movie by Disney.
I like that one.
I didn't care for it.
This is-
You know, for me, like I felt like they were like I don't remember much of the animated movie. I was really young when I watched it, and I haven't read the original book. But like what I felt like the live action movie did, it's just like they had these characters, but like only like a lot of them were pretty flat, and they were trying to reach all the main points of the story, but it didn't make sense of the way they executed it. So, and like it was so drawn out that I felt like I got pretty bored through it. Like I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, and maybe because
Because you like a lot of things.
that I never saw the original, so I had nothing to base it off of.
Uh-huh.
But looking at it just as that, I liked it. Except the song just seemed way out of place. I was just like, Yeah, I know you wanted to just add the original songs in it, but don't. It just didn't flow with it, especially the whole monkey scene. That was just weird.
I mean, it got better when Bill Murray's character came in. I felt like when Bill's Murray character came in, it's like, okay, this movie's getting better now. And then it just dwindled back to being mediocre at the end.
I tend to stay away from remakes at this point. It was
Yeah.
disappointing.
I saw it with a lot of friends, so it was nice.
But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I heard people have been saying it's really good. Just for me, like, I didn't care for it that much. I mean, I give it maybe a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still enjoyment to be had. It's just not my cup of tea. What else did I do the past 2 weeks? I didn't really watch much movies, except I did a double feature marathon with Ryan.
Supergirl.
Oh, Supergirl! Yes, I finished season 1 of Supergirl, which we still need to do a podcast for.
Yes.
So
and then you still need to see the first episode.
I still need to watch the first episode of season 2. Yeah.
I did something else.
What did you do?
I finally watched Luke Cage, guys.
I haven't seen Luke Cage yet.
Don't spoil.
I'm not going to spoil it. I'm just going to give my quick opinion.
It sucks.
I want to like it more than I do.
Okay.
It's not horrible by any means, but half the time the writing is really solid and on point. The other half, it is CW level bad.
Aww. I know. I watched a little bit of it here and there. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's just
I mean, there was an episode I watched where a detective was looking at a crime scene. The way that was executed was amazing.
Oh yeah. It has strong points, and the strong points of the show are really, really strong. Mm-hmm. But it needs that all the way through, otherwise it won't keep my attention.
Yeah. All right, but yes, back to Supergirl season 1. I give it a 7 out of 10. Pretty good. I mean, I'll go into more detail with Brian in another podcast.
Yeah, it was really cheesy.
It did end up being a little bit cheesy. It started off okay, then it got better, but then it ended kind of cheesy.
That Flash episode.
No. Ryan actually did not care too much for Supergirl.
I mean, I care. It was nice. It just wasn't it wasn't great. But now I've seen the first episode that now has been moved to CW. That was great. That was great.
No, bring back Smallville.
See, okay. Smallville.
I wish they had brought him back.
Smallville. I haven't watched it recently.
I watched clips and it sucks.
Back when I watched it, as I was way younger, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I felt like I don't know.
Different.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not how Kryptonite works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Oh, when they introduced all the different kinds of
villains.
Well, the villains, just every villain was just powered by Kryptonite.
Mm-hmm.
Kryptonite was in every episode of the first season. I'm just
yeah. He's just hey, I'm supposed to beat the villain when he literally is standing next to a mound of Kryptonite.
But yeah, then I saw the first week of CW DC shows, and the Flash season 3 premiere. Actually, it was okay.
I liked it.
It was good. I've definitely heard the second episode was better. Mm-hmm. And then the Arrow season 5 premiere was actually really good.
Oh yes,
going back to its roots. Definitely. But that's all for me. So what about you, Ryan?
Well, I did 2 things. One, I finished Jessica Jones, which I have to say I did not like.
Do you need to bleach your brain?
I mean, this is what happened. It started off good, and then it just went downhill because she literally had so many options to kill this dude, but she's like, no, I'm going to arrest him, despite the fact that arresting him will do nothing. Mm-hmm. Nothing whatsoever. And it's not until the girl she's been trying to protect the entire time kills herself that she's like, oh, maybe I should have killed this dude.
Oh, spoiler warning.
Yeah, spoiler, sorry. And then I also, season premiere of Legends of Tomorrow, which was confusing at first, but...
that one was sucking.
It was... I mean, some of the parts of it was just but other parts I liked. It varied for me.
The Legend of Tomorrow season 2 premiere, the action was good and creative, but the dialogue was so cringeworthy.
I didn't care. I didn't care about the dialogue.
I was cringing so much during that.
I think the only part I didn't like was how they resolved the whole. Hey, they split to different timelines so quickly. That was the only part I had a problem with. But
it would resolve way too quickly, but just the whole dialogue just.
I didn't care about that. And then I
give that one a 3 out of 10. Oh. And silence.
You know what?
David Tennant, though.
What, Jessica? Okay, yeah,
Okay,
she
I was
was
talking about
good.
Legends Tomorrow.
He was
Not-
good.
not-
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh.
I thought it
Okay,
was
so no. I haven't seen
Legends
Jessica Jones yet. No,
Jessica
Jessica
Jones,
Legends Tomorrow.
he
season
as
2 premiere,
Kilgrave was
3 out of
great.
10.
I
Yeah.
liked him as Kilgrave. I hated Simpson. I didn't like the show, except for when Luke Cage was in it. That was the only parts I liked when Luke Cage was in it. I still need to finish the series. But. And then I'm trying to finish a book series that I started a long time ago called The Lunar Chronicles, which is basically your favorite fairy tales in space, but much darker. No, much darker. Trust me.
So instead of Cinderella missing a slipper, she misses a ray gun or something?
No, she misses a leg and an arm.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, so
She's
it's
a
more like-
cyborg.
it's more like the original versions of those fairy tales, not the Disney
like
versions.
Little Red Riding Hood. She doesn't know whether to trust the wolf.
Yeah.
It's like, and it actually has a overarching story where they connect all these together. But it's a pretty good sci-fi fantasy.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but in the original Cinderella, they cut off her foot.
Yeah, I knew about that.
PG, Josh.
Yeah.
She just cannot mess with
They
you.
cut to get into the statues when they're trying to get into the shoes, and so like the Disney one where they just can't fit. But one cuts off her toe and the other one cuts off her heel.
They did that with like Into the Woods.
Yeah. And at the end when Cinderella's getting married to the prince, like the stepsisters act like they're best friends, and then they have birds come and peck their eyes out.
They didn't have all that, but the part where she's like trying to run away from the prince, her leg falls off, and she just falls down the steps, and I'm just like, this.
I want to read that.
Yeah, it's a good series.
I'm just reading so many things right now.
I know, that's my problem. That's why I'm trying to finish this.
I still
And
need
I
to
gotta
finish
start the
Watchmen. I've got
Dresden
like
Files.
2 chapters left. But you also watched a couple movies on Friday.
The Matrix and Swiss Army Man. The Matrix
Swiss
was
Army Man.
good. Swiss Army Man, I did not. Okay, look,
It
I
was
liked
a
it up until the
masterpiece.
bear attack.
Yes.
After the bear attack,
Yes.
I just was like, this is just no.
This
no.
is a thought,
kinda
and
like-
this is a thought, and this is a thought.
And I was just like, what is going? Nothing makes sense anymore. Like, it started off, hey, there's a dead guy, and then I can even accept the fact that he was coming back to life just from all the fun stuff going on. I could accept that, but after he gets back to the civilization and everything, just there's like, really?
But did you catch the symbolism in the movie, though?
Yeah, that humans are stupid or whatever.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's like a metaphor on depression, and this guy getting out of depression. And also, it's kind of like a symbolism of brotherhood as well. When Manny and Hank are start becoming closer and closer together.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's just like a social commentary, like what is considered as weird and what's considered normal, and how having standards to be normal and holding ourselves back is not fun at all.
See, I thought this was just going to be a movie like Castaway. It was going to be a Castaway with a dead corpse that for some reason farts.
And the thing was, like, the way the tone shift changed when they went to civilization, I feel like that was necessary and on purpose, because it showed like how you were just so used to everything being so weird, but then you go back to things being normal, and it's just such a culture shock.
I'm just like, he literally went insane.
No, it was real.
he went insane. It just like he went crazy.
No, it was
He was
real.
always insane.
I mean, yeah, he got back in civil. I mean, like, yeah, I can understand him being a social, socially awkward. But when he got back to civilization, I would have been just like those people. Like, this kid is a crazy stalker.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to go to jail. Like, I would have been the first one doing that.
The only thing I didn't understand from that movie was when, like, towards the end, when he meets his dad and the camera crew and everybody shows up, cameraman says, "I've seen you somewhere before." I didn't understand what he meant by that.
No. I remember that's the cameraman saying that.
It's up to your interpretation.
That really is.
Swiss Army Man 2, the cameraman.
Maybe it's just like a fourth wall break. Like, oh, where'd you like in that movie?
Oh.
Because apparently that actor's been in a lot of weird movies.
I've never seen it. That was my first time ever seeing it.
They're all connected. Cinematic universe for Swiss Army Man. I'd watch that.
No cinematic universe.
No.
Done.
Yeah, no more, please. I want to see how Ryan would react to the Holy Mountain.
I want to watch the Holy Mountain.
Oh man,
You make it sound fun.
It's a ride.
Keep an open mind.
What did you said that I did?
You already did, yeah. No, Josh was just like into like jumping in, like, hey, by the way, guys,
Yeah, I forgot
I
a lot of
exist.
things. I forgot a lot of things.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yeah, man, go for
So
it.
the first thing that jumped out, thinking back, was that I saw the Rogue One trailer, the new one.
Oh yeah.
I heard that one revealed a lot.
I guess so. Yeah. The more I see about it, the less excited I am about the movie.
Oh,
Because then I keep thinking back to how disappointed I was with Star Wars Episode 7.
mm-hmm. Well, you were
So-
disappointed in that.
Yeah, it was a very disappointing movie.
Oh, I like it. It's
I
the only
enjoyed
Star
it.
Wars movie I actually like.
What?
Screw you!
What?
Okay.
I couldn't get into the original series.
You grab his legs, I grab his arms.
Ryan, did you what him when you think the prequels are better than the original series?
I enjoyed the prequels much more than I enjoyed the originals.
What?
At least I enjoyed. I enjoyed the end. I enjoyed the end of episode 1. I enjoyed a good chunk of episode 2, and I enjoy all of episode 3.
Episode 3, I agree on, but the others.
Episode 2 was okay.
Episode 2, I enjoyed like.
Oh man.
I enjoyed.
It's so boring.
Except for that
I hate
one.
the dialogue in episode 2.
Except
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
that's
one
sad.
scene where they're rolling down the hill and they're doing the whole talk with the floating fruit. Other than that, I had no problem with
No,
episode 2.
yeah, episode 2 could have easily been trimmed down.
I don't like sand.
Here's
It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere. Not like you. You're soft.
No,
Anakin Skywalker.
not like here. It's soft.
No, he says you.
It's here.
No, it's you.
I've seen the movie 100 times.
Yeah, right.
in that
yeah.
Okay, I don't care.
in that movie, like in the beginning, they say the movie that would have been much better when Anakin and Obi-Wan are talking about like their adventures. Like if they had the first 2 movies cover that subject, like his training, it would have been so much better.
You know what? That would make more sense to do Anakin's training.
I mean, this
Like,
makes sense too.
No one cares about anything that happened in episode 1 or episode 2.
I did. Because I liked how he started off as a little boy, and you're like, oh, this is a sweet, innocent boy. And then you hear his name's Anakin Skywalker, and you're like, wait a minute, that's Darth Vader?
You know it's him.
No, not until when he says his name is Anakin Skywalker, you're like, whoa, that's Darth
Who is
Vader.
Skywalker? Huh?
Anakin Skywalker, that's Darth Vader. That little boy is going to become one of the most feared men in the galaxy.
In the movie.
That's what struck a chord with me, because I'm like, I cannot imagine that becoming this guy
Here's
who
the
literally
thing.
just chokes people.
I don't
No,
understand
no.
why Darth Vader is the most feared person in the galaxy. Because he didn't do anything. It was all Palpatine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
He
mean,
was
he
just a
murdered
puppet, basically.
most of the Jedi.
Wait,
if not
Well,
all
if
of
you
them.
want to think of it this way,
Well, I mean, maybe
yeah.
Darth Vader was kind of like the mascot.
Yeah.
Palpatine was pretty much the man in the shadows that not many knew about. He wanted a face to represent him, so pretty much he made Darth Vader his glorified mascot, as Kevin said. He gave him most of the glory just so that he could work his way through the shadows.
But either way,
But we know who was really working through the shadows.
George Lucas.
The true Sith
They should have
Lord.
stayed with that story.
hey,
They should have. I mean, they gave so many hints in episodes 1 through 3. Yeah,
Hints.
hints. So many hints, guys.
Talking like Jar Jar now.
But you know,
Guys, if that actually turned out to be true, I will think that if they do that, if Snoke is Jar Jar Binks, I will think the new trilogy will be the
No,
greatest
Snoke's
thing.
Plagueis.
No.
Snoke's Plagueis.
There's so many theories out there.
Let's just
Wait.
remake the remakes so that Jar Jar's the villain in them.
But is Rey Luke's daughter?
I mean,
We don't
there's
know.
no other explanation.
It's not going to be.
I don't think so.
I think it is. It's either going to be his daughter or it's going to be like. I mean, who else can it be?
Honestly,
send
it
it
can
on
just
a
be
go.
like a totally new family.
Yeah.
Why would
yeah.
why would the lightsaber that went from Anakin to Luke
to
would
Rey?
also go to her? Like
Because
called to
here's
her?
here's the thing. Because I don't think she's Luke's daughter. I think she is Kylo Ren's sister.
No.
I mean that's more the theory I want to go.
I
with.
mean, wait.
Yeah,
So
She'd be
Leia.
Han and Leia.
So Han and Leia just like, hey, we need to drop our daughter off on some random
Leia's-
sand planet.
yeah,
like,
I
I'm
think
pretty
Leia
sure
would be
Leia-
against that though.
Leia would have been against it. Han probably would have been against it.
But we don't know the circumstances.
Yeah,
Kylo
it's
Ren- Kylo
very
there would have
Ren-
had to be some really,
That's probably
really
why
bad
they were
circumstances.
separated for all that time in
Yeah.
the 7th movie.
There would probably have to be some really bad circumstances to make you drop your daughter off on some random.
okay, well, here's
Their
another
son
possible
killed-
theory. Han Solo was a man who wasn't always a one girl type of guy.
Right.
There's a possibility that in the time that Han was with Leia,
Or-
Han could have gotten with someone else.
But
Or-
she would
no,
have
I
also,
say-
I
she
would
would have
say
also
that
be
Han
force
doesn't have
sensitive
the
though.
Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, Han doesn't have the Force. I would say Leia was the unfaithful one in that situation, and that's why she had to drop Rey off.
Luke and Leia.
Because
She did kiss Luke.
They wouldn't really
Incest child.
I feel like if she was Luke's daughter, it'd make more sense because like that's why they like had to send her away because like she'd be like such a target being Luke Skywalker's daughter.
Well, if she was Luke Skywalker's daughter, all Luke has really done is just hide.
Well, apparently he tried to create the new Jedi Order, but it didn't
Or it
work
might be a
out.
distant
By
relative.
training Kylo Ren a little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Sure, but
Makes more sense.
he gave up right after he failed with Kylo Ren for a little bit. So
He went to hide it.
Luke seems just like
Also,
the
I feel
whole
like
Jedi leader.
Rey being Luke's daughter is the obvious thing that they're
Yeah.
not gonna do.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, it might not happen the way, but here's what
they did a lot of obvious things.
They might get
But-
slaves in this one.
But I would like it that way because it's like if you remember the books, which was the original extended universe, they had
It's not
Luke's
canon.
son Ben
It's not canon.
fight his
It's not
what was
canon.
also his master and his cousin Jason Solo because he went to the dark
It's
side.
not canon anymore. It doesn't
I know,
matter.
but
It
that
doesn't matter.
but it's kind of like it could be reflecting that almost.
No.
The only one.
It
the only
could.
thing
I'm
that's
just
not
saying
canon
that's what it would be
is
reflecting
Old
if they
Republic
did that.
Old
Ray,
Republic
and
kind
Clone
of.
Wars past that.
Rebels.
I'm saying that's what. It would
Well, and the new books that are coming out.
Also, did anyone hear Mace
Yeah.
Windu's apparently
That's
talk to
fake.
him being alive?
No.
They're not gonna do it.
I hope they don't.
Oh, what?
But
That
knowing
book
Disney, it
isn't- That
would.
book isn't canon anymore, so I can't.
No, I'm
judge
talking.
whether-
I'm talking about them. They're talking about doing it in Rebels. They're talking about bringing Mace Windu back to life.
There's that image, but
Which I mean-
anyone could have made that image.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But I'm just like, I feel like Disney would actually do that. Just to be
No,
like,
they
hey,
wouldn't.
let's do.
Well, they brought Darth Maul back, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
let's
that
say
was
I think
different.
Darth Maul's back.
yeah, I guess he was already.
Darth Maul was already.
Darth
back in
Maul
Clone
was
Wars,
already
but-
cut in half.
Yeah, and he was
That's
brought back
all
by
you
the
saw.
Witch.
He should have been dead.
Yeah,
He
but
should have been
technically,
dead.
Mace
No,
Windu
he
got his
shouldn't be
hand cut off.
because
as well.
lightsabers cauterize the wounds, so he wouldn't have bled out.
You can use the
And he was brought back.
Yeah,
by
the
the
light-
But he also
lightsaber-
fell like 9,000 feet.
You don't know
Yeah,
what.
That's true.
Hey, you can use the Force to catch your fall. It's been done before in games.
How did he get back up without his legs?
You don't know
Wow.
it's down
Use
there.
the Force. He
No,
picks
it was
himself
a
up.
reactor. Well, the thing was, it was like almost a. I think they said it was like a
Magical
reactor or
realism.
something.
Magical
Guys.
realism.
They said it was a reactor or something. That's why I was
George
like, how do you live?
Lucas making things up as he goes.
There you go.
Hey, I'm not mad that Darth Maul lived.
Wait, so
I'm not either. I like that.
is the Force genetic?
Yeah,
It's genetic. Okay.
it's usually genetic, unless in some
To a
special
extent,
cases.
I think. Well, you don't know because Jedi can't really have children, so they never really have like.
It's like in a
depends on the
family. Like
midichlorians.
there might be one
Because
random
Leia
kid.
doesn't, because Leia doesn't have the Force.
So
Yes,
so,
she does.
She does.
Yeah,
Just
that's
not.
why
but she
Luke
doesn't
says,
like-
"I have it. My sister has it.
And you have it.
You have that
It
power too."
depends
He
on-
said that in
my
episode
best
6.
friend's cousin's roommate had it.
It depends on the
Spaceballs.
midichlorians. The midichlorians.
Yeah,
Midichlorians.
that's the dumbest explanation for something I've ever heard. in my life.
Why?
It's not-
I had no problem with
So
midichlorians.
just having a few other little things in your body makes you able to control everything.
Midi
I have no problem
was.
with
I don't.
Nice
I don't like
nice
midichlorians.
explanation.
It
No,
was
it's not.
It wasn't.
It was more. It made more sense than hey, you just got the magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is, though.
So Leia has the Force, but
Yes.
she can't tap into.
She hasn't
Right.
trained it.
She hasn't
isn't
trained.
Okay,
Like, except if you use that logic, then
so
it
it's
doesn't
more.
matter because Rey wasn't trained at all.
That's
Yet She
true.
was able to
That's
fight
true.
Kylo Ren, who had been trained for quite a few years.
Granted, Kylo hadn't been fully
So
trained.
basically, they're saying that there's two versions of the Force. There's the one that's actually physical, where you can move objects and stuff. Then there's one that's more of a more metaphysical, where you can
Yes,
sense things.
yeah.
Okay.
I kind of
Yes,
like,
I don't
the
know.
way they explained it, Richard, was like everyone
I mean,
kinda
that'd
had
be-
it, but only a few people were like really powerful with it.
Force.
Yeah, imagine if everyone had the Force, but like you said, only a few people actually had a strong tap into it.
I want Star Wars to go in public movie, just so I
No.
can see.
They're making a. They're possibly making a show.
Ooh, I'll watch it. Just watch hundreds
Why
of
can't
Sith
they
and
just remake
Jedi.
Knights of the Old Republic instead of
Because Knights of the Old
Game
Republic was
Wars?
boring.
Knights of the Old Republic was a great game.
At least when
The
I
Old
played,
Republic's boring.
I played it and it was boring. The Old Republic had a whole lot more stuff going on.
It got.
I feel
Knights of the Old
like
Republic,
yeah,
like
but
literally,
you
I was
can't-
playing the
you
second
can't.
game. And I'm playing from the beginning, and I saw no one for a good 3 hours of that game. Like I saw a couple NPCs every so often, and the fighting was so.
The beginning of that game is boring.
The fighting is so dull. Like, it's like pause.
Yeah, but so is
Plan out your strategy.
I didn't play the second one though. I only played the first one. And that was a pretty good game.
I didn't play the first one. I only played the second one.
It's a pretty decent
Your
RPG.
phone was so
I like the
boring
I like
with
the old
gameplay.
one.
Yeah. I hate games
It
you
is
just have to
the
click
old
somewhere.
one.
And just, like, that's the combo.
No, the old.
Oh, is that the
With
MMO?
I
no-
have
with
like-
no strategy.
Is that the MMO?
The only Star Wars
Yeah.
game I played was Lego Star Wars.
That was my first Star Wars
and
game.
Lego, and Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
My first Star Wars game was The Phantom Menace on PS1.
Yeah.
Oh, I played
That was-
I
that existed?
played Attack the Clones. That was my first one.
Mine was Battlefront 2.
Ooh,
Oh, Battlefront 2 is good.
Did anyone remember the pod racing game?
Oh,
Yeah,
Never
on the
Never
N64.
got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's was
Actually, no, that was my first Star
I
Wars.
heard
game.
that was better than the movie.
Oh,
It
it was.
was.
It was.
The pod racing was better than that.
Like pod racing is cool.
There was
That's
also-
all that episode 1 did.
There was also a
Pod racing
there
was the one thing that like made me want to go to like Chuck E. Cheese or Dave and Buster's where they had that.
Yeah.
I had it on the N64.
I also like the Starfighter game they had there.
Yes.
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
Anyone remember the Jango Fett game? The Star Wars Bounty Hunter?
Oh,
I have that on my PS4 right now. I'm just like, I can play as Jango Fett. It sucks.
It really
Oh,
sounds
okay,
such
never
a
mind.
great character, Jango Fett.
I mean, you don't get a jetpack like for the first couple levels, and I'm just like, I want
It's
it to
called
fly.
character
around.
development.
I want it to fly.
don't we all want to fly,
Natural
right?
reason, guys.
Don't we all?
I just want to be flying around like ha 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 ha. Shoot,
Bang, 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 bang. I'm in the
You
sky.
died.
flamethrower.
I'm a bird.
And then he dies. And then his son starts to fly, and then he dies.
Well, actually, fun
wait a
fact.
minute.
He didn't. Boba Fett did not die.
There's a theory
Okay,
that he
we
didn't.
know that. Okay, he does not die. Okay.
Didn't the original cut have him say something, and then like the new George Lucas cut, he doesn't say anything?
Yeah.
Did you guys know that there was 2 different cuts?
Yeah.
Well,
No.
Yeah, George Lucas has made several different.
well, yeah, no, not just 2 different cuts, but like several.
Because
Because like,
like every 2 years there's a new cut of Star Wars.
That's
that add,
why.
like, an obscure thing.
That's why I'm gonna have to plug something. Harmy's despecialized editions of the original trilogy. He basically took all the different versions.
yeah, I've heard
And he
about
edited
this.
his own like Blu-ray quality version of the original trilogy without all of the added special stuff that George Lucas did and without all the changes. And it's good.
Yeah, and I know it's free to download.
Free to download
They-
if you own the Blu-rays.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to own the Blu-rays,
but it's
they-
piracy if you don't.
Yeah, no, and then they say promote the original material,
Yeah.
promote the material and the creators.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I've heard about this, and I still need to download it myself.
Oh, it's so nice and it's great looking.
All right, good to know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Harmony's despecialized
Harmy's despecialized.
Star Wars trilogy.
Episodes 5 and 6 aren't entirely done yet. He releases different versions of them every once in a while where he like fixes things or so he's not completely done, but I know episode 4 is completely finished.
Right.
All right.
We're not gonna have random CGI monsters getting into the view of the camera.
Right.
Even I have to say those were annoying.
Mm-hmm. What about you? So Matt, anything else?
Oh, I had something. Oh, I've been playing Civilization 5.
Yeah, and
the
one
past
time you
couple
forgot
days.
to save.
Don't worry about that. But that is probably like the best turn-based strategy game there is.
Is it
More than
turn-based?
more than
Yes,
the Total
it is.
Wars or Empire.
Well, Total War is that's RTA, like real-time strategy.
Civ 6 comes out in a
Yes.
couple weeks.
I've never been more excited for I've been more excited for games. I'm more excited for a different game coming out soon. But
Breath of the Wild
yes,
What?
But,
Win.
We're not gonna get no, it's wild.
is wild.
We're not gonna get into that yet, since there's still not much out there about it. But
There's some gameplay stuff.
Yes.
There's like emptiness.
well, that's because in the demo they took out like a ton of shit. They
Yeah.
didn't want to show because they didn't want to spoil.
PG show Matt.
Hey, PG-13.
Yeah, okay, we have to change it
Wait,
PG-13.
PG-13.
So Matt,
Did you say the N word?
no, Matt said it.
Oh.
That just
That
blew
just said-
away
Hey.
our one.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're allowed one F word
Kevin.
in a PG-13 rating.
Kevin,
So
just
you
cut it
Matt,
out.
you just wasted
Alright,
it.
cut
Good
it out.
job.
Wasted it,
You-
Matt. We
you
could've
wasted
used
my
it for
word.
Not
that.
only did you make it PG-13,
Just
cut it
there's
out.
some-
Just cut it out. Cut out the whole
Yeah,
part.
don't be
That's
like
not
Josh
happening.
last episode after the entire kids show.
Okay,
To
no,
the
that
very
I'm
end.
totally okay with that.
That was hilarious,
that was
but
funny. Like if you make it, if you're creative and funny about it, like I don't care.
He wasted my work there.
Yeah, he wasted it, Matt.
Nice going, Matt.
Matt, you owe Josh $5.
I don't know.
Into the swear jar.
See, I think you owe me $5 since you ate the pizza last night.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
I was
true.
given
That's true.
permission to eat one slice of the
By
pizza.
who?
By who?
By Ryan.
I did not know. I did not.
Ryan, why did you even
I
do
did not
this,
give him
Ryan?
permission.
You said, guys, please eat the cheese, and no one was. I was like, well, I'll help you eat. You were
I
like,
want
please do.
Oh, okay.
Ryan,
I did
why
say
did
that.
you give him
I did
permission?
say that.
The cheese was for me.
I didn't
I
care
only-
about cheese. Sorry.
Me and Keimon should have gotten it all.
Wait,
Dish
okay,
it out,
I had
'cause we
one
were the ones who
slice.
paid for
Hey,
it.
you guys,
One
you can
slice.
ask him for money.
What time did you guys eat pizza last night?
It was like-
No,
1:30.
I could have stayed up a
1:32.
little bit longer and ate with you guys.
Yeah, you could have.
Oh wait, when did you get back?
I got back at 10.
I didn't
and
even
then
see you.
I was
wait,
in my
you
room,
said
and then I was
Oh,
getting
wow.
a shot list together for my production that's going on today, and then I went to bed at 12. Then Ben, my roommate, came back at the same time. Then we just talked for 2 hours.
Ooh.
I
I saw
didn't see Ben at
Ben.
all.
See, I saw Ben. But I didn't know
Ben
you
wasn't
did.
really out much.
Yeah,
But
Ben
you
came
see-
back alone.
While you guys were out eating candy, you know, Ben was
Yeah.
just doing his thing.
Eating other candy.
You were only out for like, what, an hour before you
Yeah.
decided that the party was boring?
Your mom was
listening to the
listening.
podcast.
Pizza party.
She knows I went to a party.
Oh, okay. Did you just get her permission or something for you?
I talked to her.
She's like, Mom, can I go to a party?
It's boring.
It was a dope party.
I didn't. Full disclosure, if my family's listening to this, I did not go to a party. I was in Kentucky for
yes, you did.
16
did.
hours.
Yes, you did.
Yes, he did. Kevin was the worst out of all of us. Don't let him fool you.
Hey, you
I
don't know how they
drank
party out there in Kentucky.
5 million cups of beer.
Kevin drinks so much ale every day, it's out of control.
Drink
He has a
ale
problem.
every day.
Please help him.
Look at all that ale
Look at
over
all
there.
those bottles.
You can help Kevin's
Just clearly a
alcoholism by
problem.
donating to our Patreon.
Pledge $10, and maybe I will not change the SoundCloud subscription and keep everything on there instead of just 5 or 6 episodes.
Wait, what?
So there's a $7 subscription where they let you put up 6 hours worth.
Oh.
If you don't pay, it's 3 hours worth. So
Okay.
It used to be unlimited for free.
yeah, but then SoundCloud got popular.
And everyone was just like, oh, hey, let's just charge people more.
Hey, it's just like health insurance.
So, that's about it, yeah.
Yeah, about you for you, Matt.
So, want to talk about the Power Rangers?
Power
Wait,
Rangers.
how far into the show are we right now?
The middle number, I think, is the minutes.
The room got quiet.
40 minutes?
Oh wow.
That was longer than our
What time is
last
it?
intro.
It's
4:20.
Oh, do you need to go somewhere,
Not
Matt?
like 10 minutes.
Okay. So yeah, Power
What
Rangers
is it?
trailer.
Yeah.
Saban's Power Rangers.
So,
Saban.
Saban's.
guys.
I would like to
How long
start
is
it
it?
off with saying that the trailer was not pleasing, although I still will see this movie.
It's a teaser.
It was a
Okay.
Yeah.
I
it's
will
not
sure
still
teaser
see
than
this
trailer.
movie just to give it my judgment and to indulge,
Mhm.
wow, my inner child that has always been a Power Rangers fan.
But can we agree though, even though we loved Power Rangers as kids, it's actually a really bad show.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was
By
a
far.
bad show.
No, I didn't like it as a kid because I did think it was bad.
I think. I think.
Like, I
that-
like the concept, I just thought it was executed horribly.
No,
I don't-
same thing for here.
I don't want a gritty remake of
Yeah.
Power
Yeah.
Rangers.
I
it
want
reminds me
it-
of Man of Steel.
I want
no
it-
one
Yeah, this
wants
Breakfast
a
Club meets
really
Man of
gritty
Steel.
Superman. No one wants.
I
a
want-
really
Alright,
gritty Power
okay,
Rangers.
everyone just says this Breakfast Club because of that first scene where they're all just in a delinquent type setting. I'm just like, okay, so
Where's
it's
this
like
coming from?
Well,
Where's the opposite of how Jason is.
everyone has been saying it's a Breakfast Club remake. I've seen review or
I'm not saying
all
it's a
the things on
remake.
YouTube. No, I mean not remake, but it's like Breakfast Club meets this. I'm like, just because there's a bunch of teenagers happening to be in a room together with all their
Not
own
just
emotional
teenagers.
They're in
problems.
detention together.
Okay.
It's
It's
a
your-
Saturday detention.
But it doesn't make
It's
it
your-
Breakfast
it
Club.
does.
That's literally Breakfast
Right.
Club.
Yeah,
It
first movie
is,
ever to do
especially
that.
since it gives all these. It's not like,
That-
oh hey, we're just regular teenagers. No, it always chooses the reject teenagers
The-
in high
the-
school
the-
who either get
But
picked
yeah,
on-
except for like what I love
Zach.
about the Power Rangers shows, like it's like the reject teenagers, but like they're the ones that like they're totally like cool kids,
yeah,
like,
like
really
the,
nice
the
kids.
really nice, awesome ones.
Now we're actually getting kids that are actually
Realistic
delinquents.
kids?
Yeah.
Realistic?
Instead of a
They were
volunteer
not realistic,
karate.
right?
They were 90s
They're
kids.
choosing the perfect like drama pick for the teenagers.
Except, well, let's look at this. Jason's
Look, at least room for
delinquent.
character
Billy's Billy's nerd.
As
Kimberly.
usual.
Oh yeah.
is, like-
Blue Ranger's totally gonna be Brian.
Billy was always in
Kimberly is like, you know, she thought.
She's the redhead from
I'm trying to
Breakfast
think like
Club.
what he would describe. I guess like not popular, but like, you know, trying to be.
like how they brought
There's
Kimberly.
I'm gonna
Trini,
make-
Trini, who's like, you know, just like, hey, everyone insults her for being a girl, and then there's Zach, who's a loner.
she's Ali Sheedy's character from Breakfast Club.
Can I just say,
I'm gonna make a
I already
gritty
think I'm-
remake of Inspector Gadget, and
Do
no
it.
one can stop me.
I'll watch it.
I
just
want
want
to make
grit.
that.
I won't like gritty remakes of kids' TV shows.
No, right.
Make a gritty remake of Ben 10. I'm there.
You know what? Then we might as well make a gritty remake of Hey Arnold. In
Do it.
real life Hey Arnold.
I will watch
with
it.
the football head.
I will watch
He
it.
actually has like
Gritty
a
remake of
short
Dora the
ass head that's like a
Explorer.
football.
Oh, well, technically they've had fan art of.
Have you seen College Humor's take
Yeah.
on it? They made like actually made a big short film out of it. That was fun.
I didn't see that now. But I'm happy for this gritty remake of Power Rangers because it's actually gonna. Look, it looks like the fight's gonna actually be, you know, fun to watch rather
It's
than.
gonna all be
Brian
CGI.
and his
Yeah,
head.
it's all gonna be CGI.
Oh,
I don't
man,
want
like-
CGI, just like
I
Every
want to see-
superhero movie CGI now.
I know, but I want the old-fashioned people in suits.
That's
Going-
then you might as well just watch Power Rangers Samurai or whatever is on
Nobody
Nickelodeon now.
wants Samurai.
Samurai
That's what
sucks.
you want. That's apparently what you want.
The main Power Rangers that I did enjoy a little bit was Power Rangers SPD.
Oh, I love that one.
RPM.
RPM was my favorite.
Mystic Force was my
RPM
favorite.
actually had a good
Mystic
story
Force.
behind it.
RPM,
Like-
I mean,
I like the
In
villain.
Space was another favorite of mine. I mean,
Wild Force anyone?
Turbo was arguably the worst, but they used the same characters in space, and that's like one of my favorites.
I like the movie. I saw the movie. I
Are you trying to
enjoyed
wake
it.
me up?
Little
Keimon?
Kim me enjoyed
I'm
it
tired.
anyway.
I just like I don't.
I can't wait to see the
On
Megazord.
principle, I don't like remakes because here's my reason. All right, if people really think that film is an art, why do they take people's art and slap their name on it?
I know.
Money.
That, I mean, that's
It's
I
like-
agree with that.
To make
It's
it
like
better.
when someone writes a book, somebody else doesn't go and rewrite that book
Uh-huh.
with the same title and say, "I wrote this."
The
And
then
people
again,
don't. People
you don't
don't.
make as much money. That's the
People
problem.
don't repaint.
the same thing.
Like no one would repaint the Starry Night, put their name on it,
Mhm.
and say, "Oh, Starry Night." Parentheses 2016.
Uh-huh.
It's like that doesn't happen with other forms of art.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree with that.
It's just a weird concept.
But I think, Power Rangers, it's a franchise. It's a franchise.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So, like, basically, anyone's as long as the people in charge of that own the rights to Power Rangers are willing to give other people the rights to make it.
Yeah.
So then that's up to them. So, but like, I do agree with you about the remakes, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like there's there's a lot of unnecessary remakes. Just like, why did you make this and just slap your name on it?
See, to me, everything is not
I agree with
original.
this. Alright,
Nothing's
see you,
original.
Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Bye, bro.
I mean, to me, nothing's original anymore, except for whatever was the first, you know, whatever. Because that's basically it's a lot of it is the basis for what is out now. Because if you look at things like Pacific Rim, that's basically Transformers with Godzilla.
Mhm.
I didn't like.
Or if you look at like, I mean, there's so many sci-fi things like Star Wars, and it's like they're all almost like based off of what was the
That's
original
because
sci-fi.
I mean, blockbusters aren't original on principle. Like they just are not.
Yeah.
But there
Unless
are
you go back to the 80s.
there are tons of movies that come out that are original and they aren't based on anything like Star Wars.
And unfortunately, those are the movies. Those are the indie movies that like get
No, 'cause
under the radar.
A lot of those movies that are original, they get in those Emmys, and I hate that because I'm like, I don't care. I mean, I'm more of a, you know, action type person, but like all those movies that I see get Emmys, I'm like,
Movies
who
and
cared
games.
about that?
Swiss Army Man better win an Oscar for best comedy.
I thought it was gonna. In the beginning, I thought it was gonna get something. Now, after I saw Daniel Radcliffe, I thought he was gonna be like silent and still the entire movie. But it turns out he was only silent and still for like 20, 30 minutes. I was like, okay, now I'm not sure if he should get award anymore.
No, I think Daniel Radcliffe should still get an award. But anyway, back to Power Rangers.
Let's talk about what we liked about the trailer.
I mean,
I like how they actually showed strengths of their powers before they got into the suits and stuff.
Because the powers actually come from the coins, it's not the suits.
See, I thought that was weird.
I thought
I thought it always came from the suits.
Yeah, but if you notice in a lot of the shows, when they actually have powers, such as in Dino Thunder, they had they had Sonic Scream or the Shield Arm or the Red Ranger had Super Speed. They never used those powers when they were in the suits. They could only use them when they were out of the suits.
Alright.
You never noticed that. I always was why don't you just use them when you're in the suit? So then it makes sense with this. They're not. They can use them within the suit and outside of the suit.
The thing that I see when they showed the powers in high school when they're acting off, what I saw was the first Spider-Man movie when Peter Parker was discovering his powers.
Yeah.
I saw Amazing Spider-Man
in the hallway.
Fighting the bully in the hallway.
Yeah.
I saw Amazing Spider-Man 1. So.
Yeah, no, I like the concept of Power Rangers. I do think it has potentials to be a really serious movie. But also, but kind of like an action comedy with for young adults.
I feel like there's gonna have some comedy in it. Because
definitely is gonna have comedy.
We already know the black guy is gonna be the comedy of the movie. Maybe
he's the Brian. He's the Brian of the movie.
That's a stereotype.
But it is. I mean, you already see it.
It. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Although
that.
I will say, from the original posters I saw with the Power Rangers in it, I could not everyone was always saying Billy's not gonna be nerdy. And have you seen the Zords picture? When they're when they're all just laying on their Zords.
Yeah.
And you just see Billy sitting on there. I'm like, that doesn't look like a nerd, something a nerdy kid would do.
It's called character development.
He's not in the suit.
He was in the suit.
Yeah, he was in the suit. They just had their helmets off, I think.
Yeah. Which I like those suits.
But I mean, from what I've seen of the trailer, I like what they're going for, but I don't at the same time. Whereas the color palette, I feel like it needs to be brighter. Because you can still have a very serious movie with a brighter color palette. Yeah. So then I don't like it being all blue as it was.
It wasn't all blue. What do you guys see?
It's all dark.
Are you colorblind, Ryan?
I'm not colorblind.
Okay,
that movie's blue.
Are darker colors, first of all, and the movie is blue.
I didn't see blue. I just saw it was
okay.
much
I'll just
darker.
show you the trailer because it's actually blue. There was color correction done to make it blue.
And I forgot, were Bulk and Skull in the trailer? Were they those two bullies in the classroom?
Okay, I will say this: if you
watch
Black
Nerd,
Nerd,
make serious bullies in the movie.
If you watch Black Nerd's comedy, Black Nerd comedy, he has this funny moment. You know those girls that were bullying Kimberly at one point? He keeps saying that should be Bulk and Skull, Bulkina and Skullette.
Feminism.
I'm just that would be interesting to see. But still,
Bulk and Skull need to be
it's probably gonna be that kid who was bullying Billy at one point.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be the
goofball
element.
Yeah.
Which I hope they're in it because they should be in it. But the thing I did not like about Bulk and Skull in the original was how they just end up everywhere, and it's you guys have no reason to be here. Huh?
It's in the middle of the city. What are you talking about?
No, they ended up everywhere, and then sometimes in the middle of the episode, it would just go off into some tangent, hey, this is what Bulk and Skull is doing right now. Hey, they're probably gonna end up in the same area as the Power Rangers, possibly, or they might. Have you seen Power Rangers Turbo? Somehow they end up with I can't even remember what the villain's name was in that, but they end up with her and becoming some I don't know what she did to them, but they were all crazy and stuff.
And I love how in Dino Thunder, when Bulk and Skull made their return to the universe, they made Skull like a parent. He's all rich, lots of character development. Bulk, no change at all. I just love how funny that was.
Wait, we did?
No. Yeah, it did.
I haven't seen that episode. It probably was because that was Tommy's last appearance. R.I.P. Tommy.
It wasn't his last appearance.
And another thing I don't like about the trailer from what I've seen, the dialogue does not sound good. I felt like the dialogue just felt really cheesy and very
Power Rangers is cheesy?
No, but if we're going for a more serious tone, we need to make it a more serious.
People need to make up their mind.
People need to take it more seriously.
Make up your minds.
No, because the thing is, I don't mind Power Rangers, being made into a serious movie, but if you're gonna go all out and make it serious, make it Oscar worthy. We were talking about this in another podcast, how superhero movies don't seem Oscar worthy, and even Josh mentioned himself, they seem just just expensive commercials for comic books.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we can make it more Oscar worthy, like with with really like well written dialogue, really good cinematography and stuff like that,
And a good storyline.
and a good storyline,
Ant-Man.
like that's how we should be making every movie.
I think about every superhero movie I've seen so far, like that's come out recently, has been Oscar worthy, except for Iron Man 2 and Incredible Hulk.
No, the only Oscar worthy superhero movies I've seen, Captain America: Civil War might be nominated for something. Batman vs Superman might be nominated for something, but that's about it. I'm not saying what. It just
Maybe
it might.
Doctor Strange.
Golden
No,
raspberry.
I mean, the cinematography in Batman vs Superman was great. Eh.
I've liked all the superhero movies, and I always get mad when they don't get any awards.
Well,
And
I
they
mean,
just
like,
also
there's,
like a lot
I mean,
of
like, there's different things to judge a movie on than just entertainment value.
Yes.
And
I-
just
like
the
Star,
fights
like
look
the
cool.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
All the Star Wars got was awards for technical design. Nothing else. I don't care about the tech. I mean, yes, the tech is important.
It's
but
important.
still.
It's a very important.
I know
purpose
it's
thing.
important, but
Did someone say boom?
boo.
But yeah, but what I did
The
like
tech
about
is probably the most important.
I know
Oh,
it's
yeah.
important.
Yeah,
but I'm just like, I
definitely.
wish
The tech
Star Wars
there
had gotten more
wouldn't be a
awards
movie.
than just for tech. I'm like, it deserved more than just tech awards.
hey, for a while they weren't even awarding writers. That's why there was a writer's strike.
I'd strike it.
Hollywood had a writer's strike because they weren't giving their writers any recognition. And that's why like movies like X-Men, like Wolverine Origins, like that one sucked because there was no writers around to write it. It was the producers doing it the whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, what I did like about the new Power Rangers trailer was, like I said, our characters seemed a bit more fleshed out, just that their dialogue needs work. And I do like how the suits go on them. Like at the very end of the trailer, you see the suits going on to the Red Ranger
In
and
like a symbiotic way.
in a
That was
symbiotic
my
way.
favorite
And
part
I
of
like
the
the
trailer.
concept that they're going to bring to that.
So
That
it's
was my
more
favorite
for
part of the
time.
trailer because that was the ultimate tease to me.
That brought me down.
That was the ultimate tease.
You
to me.
didn't
It was
like that?
You didn't like the symbiotic way that the suits were being achieved.
I was waiting for the full suit to come on and then it just stopped. I was like,
You just wanted them to pull out their phone,
Yeah,
just
like,
it's morphin' time.
I mean, that
And then-
well,
and then just
All
like
time 6.
yeah, it splits
And
to
it
like
splits
5
in
or
all the
6.
pictures.
See, you never know. That might just be because it's the first time them putting on the suits. Because occasionally with the Power Rangers, like when they are in a group the first time, they get in the base, the suits just pop on like that.
If this
but
movie
then
ends up
later on, they
becoming
do the
a
crazy
series, I bet they're going to do that in like the last movie
will become
just
a
to
series.
show
stuff. I'm
nostalgia.
hoping it becomes a series.
I
That's
want
the
them
opposite
to
of
at least.
I hope it becomes a series that will last with my kids.
It's more for time.
I like the cinema. Sorry.
The
I like the cinematography in that was shown in the trailer, but I just don't like the color palette.
I liked everything about that.
You like a lot of things.
I know, but I love that.
Here's the thing, though, is that
I
Ryan
loved
likes
it.
things because he doesn't like to think about things in a critical way.
I do like to think about things.
If
in a
he-
critical
if
way.
If it looks,
He only thinks about it critically if he doesn't like it, like Swiss
Right.
Army Man.
if it,
No,
his criteria is
Prestige,
that
I
if
think
it
about
looks
critically,
cool
and I love
there's
that
cool
movie.
fights.
And there's
Michael
Maybe-
Bay's state of mind.
Prestige moves a little slow.
So
Yeah, but I
Michael
think
Bay
about it.
movies.
Michael Bay.
I mean, it's a good movie.
That's
It's
right.
just slow.
I think about movies. It's just that when it comes to like superhero action movies, like those type of things, I don't care to think because I'm not supposed to think. It's supposed to be.
And-
It's supposed to be mindless violence.
and that's actually bad for film as an art. It's supposed to
Right.
be an active viewing experience instead of
Yeah.
passive. That's what Hollywood and society has done, where they make it passive, where they encourage making passive movies to relax and watch.
Ryan,
I
you're,
want
you're
to
making a
relax and
mistake about arguing
I
about
watch
this
mov-
with film students.
I watch movies to relax and watch. I don't watch it to think. That's the last thing I want to do with a movie.
Then
Well, good thing you're not a
Yeah.
film major.
go to sleep.
One
I'm
more
like,
thing
I'm-
about the Power
If I
Rangers
became a
trailer.
film major,
Rita Repulsa. What did you guys think about those few seconds?
I had no problem with it.
Like,
I
I'm,
mean,
I'm
like-
looking
I mean,
forward
like-
to seeing what kind of villain she'll
I
be.
like how they put the whole. This is what I noticed from Black Nerd Comedy, but I noticed how they put. I've killed Rangers before, so technically there have been Rangers before these ones.
No, it seems like Rangers are like either like an
Outer space.
alien element or
Yeah.
something.
Well, Zordon's been around for thousands of years.
I didn't see it, so that
Zordon wasn't in the season.
Yeah.
He wasn't. I mean, he was probably
But he
probably
might
part of
be.
that blue energy.
He's going to
in
be
the
played by
in
Bryan
that.
Cranston, so you're going to
He's
see Walter White's giant head in it too.
They're probably not going to show his head. They're probably just going to
No,
No, they're probably going to show the head.
show the head. It's
What
probably
they're
gonna be
gonna
like,
do-
you know what Gideon
But
is in the Flash? It's gonna be like that.
Well, that's probably going to look better than that.
Well, yeah, better. Than
But
that.
because they were around like a hub kind of thing when they got their costumes on.
Yeah.
So that might be like you might see like like a very faded head of Bryan Cranston.
Question: is Alpha in the movie?
Yeah, Alpha's in the movie. It's being played by Bill Hader. Yeah. No, I'm gonna look forward to that.
See, look, you guys are all watching it, but you remember that final trailer for Batman v Superman, which everyone kept saying was great, better than all the other ones.
Great.
No, but like the final trailer was more comedic, and it was like more. They had this like I don't know, like some
Is
kind
that
of
the
rock.
one where Batman caught Superman's punch?
I think that was the one.
Yeah.
And like people said that trailer looked better, and they wish they had just done that one instead of all the other ones. And I feel like that's what's gonna happen to Power Rangers because they like. Or like with Suicide Squad, it started off with the first trailer being super dark,
Suicide
and then
Squad-
it changed into like this little comedy.
Oh yeah,
scene.
no.
Which-
I mean, like Suicide Squad. Yeah, I agree. Like the first trailer just kind of put me like. Well, I mean, there were also a lot of reshoots, and the producers wanted it to be more comedic.
See, I was okay with that, but like I like the original dark element they had for Suicide Squad going on, and I wish that had been rated R. But besides that, like I feel that's either that's is what's gonna happen with Power Rangers. Because everyone's going to start complaining, why is it dark? Why isn't that funny? And then it's going to get changed, and then people are going to hate it still. Mm-hmm. Or I'm hoping the guys behind it will just say, shut up, humans. We're going to do this our way.
The thing is, unfortunately, the way Hollywood movies are made, it is a business. So like if a movie receives a lot of backlash from the trailers, their producers are more likely than not going to make the director do reshoots, or they're going to do it themselves.
Yeah, I'd be like...
And when they do it themselves, we get Fantastic Four.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, don't listen to the people. They don't know what they want until they actually see the full thing, like Josh said. I don't want to watch the trailer.
Well, it's also a problem because majority of people who watch movies, like I said earlier, society, like they're really wanting to push the passive viewing experience. Yeah. Like so, like when you get something that's active viewing, like Swiss Army Man, I consider an active viewing experience. It gets a lot of backlash from people who don't want to understand it.
I mean, I kind of understand what was going on, but at the same time,
I mean, it's a very straightforward movie, but like the way, like the whole symbolism and metaphors behind it, like not a lot of people would understand that.
I have to bring my favorite movie into this discussion: The Holy Mountain.
The Holy Mountain.
It is a very, very active viewing experience, and the biggest problem is that not only is it active viewing experience, there's very little dialogue, but a lot of symbolism, and that symbolism stems from the Eastern religions, which not a lot of Western folks know about, right? And I didn't until I saw the movie. I saw the movie and I was like, I want to understand this, so I have to go, Google and stuff. But it leads a lot of people to say like, oh, this is just a weird movie. Oh, this just doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
No, it does. You're just not watching it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and that's like my main problem. Like even like my family kind of like just like, oh, this movie's weird. Just like I'm not like, no, like you're not seeing what's on screen.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I mean, of course, people do get over the top with it. Like, oh, what's happening off screen? It's just like, symbolism doesn't go that far.
Right.
Yeah. But no, definitely like Power Rangers. From what I've seen in the teaser, it could be better. If I were to make a Power Rangers movie, it's kind of close in how I would make it. Just like some of the quality would be different.
I would not make a Power Rangers.
I would make a Power Rangers movie if I was given like complete creative control over it. If a producer's going to be like, oh, your vision is cool and all, but we want it more like this, I'd be like, no, I'm done. Because I can definitely fall within like the PG-13 rating or even under. I know what audience is going to watch Power Rangers. I know what they're going to enjoy and what I would enjoy seeing.
I'm hoping it's not PG. I'm really hoping it's not.
It definitely looks.
It better be PG-13. If it isn't, then I probably.
If it's rated R, I think we've gone too far.
If it's rated R, I mean, I won't complain.
Like all those recent fan films that have been going on.
I'll be more doubtful if it's rated R. I'll be more doubtful walking in, but I'm gonna still walk in. If it's rated PG, I'm not going to see it. Period. If it's PG-13, I'm definitely there.
If the movie itself sucks, there better be the end credit scene where they fight Cookie Monster. Have you guys seen that video?
Yes.
That's great.
I've said this before in this very episode. I think film ratings are dumb.
Yeah.
They are, because like even when it comes to the majority of people are passive viewers. So when they hate a movie, and most likely when you hate something, you're going to talk about it more than when you liked it.
Right.
So that's why IMDb's rating, they're usually lower than what you would want them to be, because when people hate something, they're going to go trash it.
See, that's why I'm happy they have the whole fan says thing on those things, because I'm like, the fans, I don't care what the rate, what the.
And there's some people who are passive viewers who just love a movie because
it looks great, like
because it looks awesome,
like Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim is stupid.
I did a podcast back in high school, and we all just like said Pacific Rim was the stupidest thing we've ever watched, but it was the most fun to watch.
Yeah, it's a passive viewing experience.
It's like literally
the ultimate passive viewing experience.
Yeah, I mean, like it had no
loud noises. Yeah. Flashes.
Have you seen the honest trailer for that?
Robots.
The honest trailer basically describes everyone's experience watching that movie. Mm-hmm. Just like, oh, look, giant robots. Oh, he's using it as a baseball bat. Oh, bright colors. I mean, yeah, you want it to be as bright as Pacific Rim? Do you want it to be that bright?
No, not that bright.
Like, it's like Batman vs. Superman, darkest. I liked it. Sure, there were a couple scenes that were a bit too dark, but it's nice and dark.
I mean, like
it's reflecting the tone.
Like we've said, for Power Rangers. This is just a teaser for Power Rangers. We really don't know what the final product is going to be like.
Hopefully,
trailers never tell us anything.
Hopefully, they don't change it up like they did with Suicide Squad and make it more comedic. Keep it on the pace it's going right now.
This needs to be comedic.
Keep it on the pace it's going right now.
No, they definitely get the Power Rangers feel. It needs to have comedy,
not
like Marvel comedy.
Yeah, like
also, what made me want to bring up a point. When you think about it, Marvel's pretty messed up, but much more messed up than DC movies, because a whole bunch of people die and they still tell jokes throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, those superheroes are serial killers.
I know. But when it comes to like the DC movies, like when someone dies, it's usually more impact on that.
Yeah, like Marvel, they're just like, hey, people are dying all around us. Hey, like,
want to get some shawarma?
Yeah,
right.
DC movies usually do have a darker tone,
which I like.
It depends.
Superheroes in itself is really dark. It should not be as light as they make them out to be. Because when you have people who are literally almost godlike beings with powers that blow the mind of a normal human being, that the world would not actually be safe. Because there's supervillains. There's way more supervillains than superheroes, apparently. Mm-hmm. And those fights, most of the time, will leave casualties.
That's why.
And if it doesn't, then that's actually the superhero's doing pretty good. But like in a world with Superman, a fight with a person who's equal to Superman is not going to not destroy a place unless they take it all the way to another planet. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure someone who's fighting Superman is not going to say, "I'm going to leave the populace alone and take this up to the moon." No.
That's why I like the X-Men, because it actually touches upon the fact that, the world hates mutants. Mm-hmm. They're persecuted.
Mm-hmm. Well, the world kind of hated. Some parts of the world hated Superman for what was going on, which I like. They dealt with that dynamic that, hey, Superman is scary to deal with.
He would be scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in a world with Superman, I would be a bit afraid.
Yeah, just like people hate rich people because they have more than them and can do more stuff. They hate superheroes because they're superior beings in a way.
Like those reversed universes where they have the superheroes actually turn to be the villains. Those are, like, that's what the world could be.
Mm-hmm. But, so any other thoughts about the Power Rangers teaser before we move on?
It's terrible.
I enjoyed it very much. A 10 out of 10 as far as I've seen.
0 out of 10.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, I have high hopes.
That's very high praise.
Okay, look, I have high hopes. I can't wait to see the Megazord. I really want to see the Megazord.
Would you say it's the best trailer that's ever come out this year?
That's ever come out this year?
That's ever come out this
year? Well, as a teaser, I'll say it's like... Because teasers are different from trailers. Trailers give you more. Mm-hmm. Teasers are just like, hey, we're working on this. We're poking you. Ha, ha, ha. This is a bit of what you're going to see. Like, I like that they didn't show the suits. I like that they didn't show actual fighting. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just like, hey, we're hyping you up.
This might be the last trailer I'm gonna watch for Power Rangers, but I might have to watch watch the new ones anyway because of this podcast.
I'm
This
watching.
podcast gonna spoil a lot of things for me.
All I gotta say is, as a Power Rangers fanboy, it left me hungry for more. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, no,
Don't-
I'm definitely interested in checking it out.
Also, don't turn into Amazing Spider-Man 2 where they reveal most of the movie within the 10 trailers they did. They did like way too many trailers.
I don't know. I was pretty.
Amazing
No,
Spider-Man
for
2.
me, that got me
stopped
really
at
hyped up for
Spider-Man
Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I do agree they gave up pretty much
It gave
the
out
entire
pretty much
movie.
because I was like, is Gwen gonna die? I think she's gonna die. And I watched. I was like, yeah, she died.
Because like I went into Amazing Spider-Man 2 pretty much knowing what was going to happen.
Right.
But I still enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I still enjoyed
I was
it.
able to push those things to the back and just watch the movie.
See, I still enjoyed it despite the fact that the trailers were.
But yeah, anything else on the Power Rangers teaser?
Can't wait until the Richard trailer comes out.
So the what?
When we see the first trailer,
Yeah.
I'm going to destroy you.
When the first trailer comes out, you better. I really am hoping that there will be a good trailer.
It better be a good
This teaser was great, and I'm hoping they do not change it like Suicide Squad. That will hurt me a lot.
They will though.
Yeah, it is.
They will.
Stop! I'm having optimism. Listen to me, people who are making Power Rangers. Don't change anything. Just keep it on the tone it's going right now.
It'd be so cool if they listened to our podcast.
If you do, please.
And they realize that, some of us are actually cinema majors. It's just like, hey guys,
Put
you
Lord
want to
Zed.
make some Power Rangers movies? Heck yeah, man.
Put Lord Zed in the end of the movie.
What's
I
that?
think he'd be in the second
Isn't that
one.
the goop dude from the movie?
No.
No, he's the big purple guy with the big rod that has the Z on it.
Oh, that dude.
The Purple Man from Five Nights at
If
Freddy's.
they make this a series, I wonder if they're gonna actually turn it into like the rest of the series, like Ninja Storm and all that.
What if they're
Well,
gonna have
I wouldn't
Tony?
complain.
Cinematic universe.
I wouldn't complain.
They just ended all of that.
But I wouldn't complain if I got to see Dino Thunder, or if they bring back
They
the
brought back
original
all- they
people
did
as
that-
cameos.
They did that already.
They should bring back the original people as cameos, just like make cameos
Jason
within the
David
movie.
Frank's gonna have something to do with it.
Yeah,
for sure.
he better.
Now, while we're still on the topic of Power Rangers, there's an announcement that came out recently about a new comic coming out this year called Justice. Well, wait, there's no. I don't know what the title is, but it's Justice League and Power Rangers crossover.
Well, I heard about that.
I'm probably gonna read that.
So
It sounds stupid. But
it's from the writers. It's from the people who made the Injustice comics, which I hear are really good.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they're
They
good.
are.
They're good. They are.
Okay, I haven't read them myself.
But I don't.
I mean, okay, look, I've seen the cover art, or like some artwork they put up,
Yeah.
and it looks way like, you remember Super Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Super Friends to me, and I'm just like, I'm hoping this will.
Well, they're probably going to keep it PG.
Yeah, it's gonna be PG, so I'm like, it's gonna be super cheesy and everything, which is like, not your typical comic book, not even like Injustice, because Injustice is dark, but like, I'm hoping it'll be a bit darker than most. Like, I hope the Power Rangers are actually like traumatized or something.
I mean, they might make it like a very serious PG.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping for from this crossover, because I really I haven't read any of the new Power Rangers comics, but from like the previews I read of it, it does take a more serious tone. The dialogue is definitely so much better from the shows. So like I'm just hoping like they transfer that into the Justice League crossover, and just honestly for like a lot of fan service, like Superman fighting side by side with a Megazord and Batman piloting it or something.
Yeah.
Like
Green Lantern creating his own Megazord.
yeah, Green Lantern. Green Lantern making his own Megazord would be
It's like,
awesome.
hey, you guys need 5? Look at this. But anyway, while we're on the topic of kids shows becoming dark, Scooby-Doo Apocalypse. I want a movie of that.
No. You don't
Yes,
want that.
I do. Because it sounds amazing.
Animated, maybe.
Not even animated. Well, maybe.
No, I don't want another live action.
Yeah, we had to.
Okay, yeah, those were bad.
No,
Not the
Scooby Doo
first
would not work live action.
Yeah.
Like no matter how
Right.
you want to argue it, it's not going to work.
Yeah,
It didn't work the
It
first time
already
or the
didn't
second
work.
time.
I mean,
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo Monsters, 2 Monsters
Well, I mean, that was a
Unleashed,
bad
it was the-
attempt, but even if it was a good attempt, it would still not work.
I'll say this: Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed was probably the best one I saw,
like the
and
first
it still wasn't that great.
The first one.
You would get along with Julius. Julius loves those movies.
The first one, I mean, they're not good movies, but they're fun to watch.
I said it once. The first
I
one
think
was
that's what
way
they're
too
going
adultish for.
Yeah.
Imagine if James Gunn directed those movies, because he wrote them both.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Because the dialogue in both of those movies are not good.
I know exactly, but I'm wondering if that's more of a writer's problem or a director's
He's
problem.
trying to make it more kiddish.
Because with writers, they write the screenplay, like they come up with the idea, it's a majority of what's going on, But then it's up to the director what changes and what doesn't.
Yeah. See, the first movie was more adultish, the second movie was more kiddish. I ended up liking the second movie more.
The second movie was like a mix of kiddish and adultish.
I know, but like,
where it's like a
but
little,
like
sexy Vilma.
yeah, that was like, eh.
But yeah, but like at least with the first movie, they just blatantly were. I'm like, when you think about it, Scooby Doo is technically supposed to be for kids, and the parents were taking their kids to go see that, and they were just like, "What am I watching?" Where I'm watching Scrappy Doo almost cuss out the entire mystery gang. Just like I was like, kind of just like, really?
But also for our final topic, wait, how far are we in? Like over an hour, right?
Hour and 20 minutes.
Hour and 20 minutes. Yeah. So
Let's make this quick.
one more topic: the John Wick Chapter 2 trailer.
I enjoyed it.
I
enjoyed
liked
it.
what I saw, and it's going to be like a little bit of a Matrix reunion.
Yeah.
I felt like it was
I don't
very
judge trailers.
pleasing for the fact that you got to see his dog.
It's older.
Maybe, hopefully, in this one, no dogs are harmed in this movie.
No, it's gonna die, or it's gonna get kidnapped, and they're gonna
Okay.
hold it hostage.
So here's my theory. What's going to happen? So John Wick 1 was about when the dog was killed, and John Wick gets revenge. Second one is going to be when John Wick and the dog team up and beat up assassins. The third one is when John Wick gets killed, and the dog goes after the assassins.
Just
You see
the
the
dog.
dog get ready with like a muzzle gun.
And the dog's gonna
Has
get all,
his own
you know,
assassin.
badass on this.
He's like,
Oh,
you
like
just
dog
killed John
assassin
Wick.
organization.
He's like,
you
oh.
killed John Wick.
It's like,
Oh.
he's like, that dog you pissed off was John Wick's owner. With John Wick's dog, like, oh.
Oh no! Love it, like John Wick gets killed like by Russian mafia dogs.
Yeah.
Just like, the entire movie's just like barks, and you usually see subtitles.
No, they
into
go
it.
like cats and dogs on it, where the animals talk.
Oh, yes. That's the
no.
prequel.
There you
That's
go.
the prequel to Cats and Dogs. Like, you just meet up with the cats and dogs. Like, who are you guys? Like,
Yeah. Like John Wick's dogs creates the the cats and dogs industry.
yes.
The name
Oh, that'd be good.
that would turn out to be good.
So like, but like also like, what if this turned out to be like a prequel to both Cats and Dogs and The Matrix?
is. Oh. Dun dun
Dang,
dun.
that'd be like dumb,
But
but when you watch it on screen, it's gonna be great.
Right.
I would love that actually.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Fantastic.
it sounds so dumb,
Wait.
but like you're gonna love it if you see it.
Because that would bring them all into a cinematic universe.
I know. But it's not like a blatant cinematic universe. It's more like surprise. It's a cinematic universe. It'd be
Yeah.
like holy crap.
Yeah.
Kevin,
What?
kids show, family show.
You already said pissed.
I know. You can't-
Matt already said
You guys,
the F
like,
word.
you guys
Can
count
I
as a
swear
customer
now?
Matt, no, we are allowed to do it now because Matt already
No,
said.
but like,
Yeah, oh,
piss,
yeah, I
you
guess
count
that
as
is
a
true.
That,
Matt broke the bubble.
but I didn't know you count piss. Okay.
Oh no, piss counts.
No, I didn't know. I never thought of that.
Piss
You don't
pretty
see, you don't hear it in
Piss
PG
counts
movies.
more than crap.
Yeah, exactly. Crap is a PG word.
This,
Matt already wasted 5 minutes.
yeah. I think we
Yes.
all know. that-
Unless you want to make this rated R. Well, technically PG-13s are allowed up to 2.
No,
Are they?
I thought
Yeah.
it was one. I thought it was one.
It's 1 most of the time, but they're actually
slip
allowed
into.
2.
Oh. Because I like it in all the X-Men.
Because
all the
as
X-Men
long as you
movies
don't
now.
hear it more than 2 times, you'll be okay.
I like how in all the X-Men movies now they just have at least one F-bomb from now on.
We all know that children under 13 have never heard swear words.
Well, yeah, they only.
Their parents.
Let's see.
Not even their parents. If you have
Their
older,
parents.
if you have
So
older
I think-
siblings,
I think in a PG movie, you're only allowed 1 crap. Like that's it.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
wow.
you're allowed ass
what did
one
what
time.
did they do with
I
the
rest
of
my
that?
case. Film ratings are dumb.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, like
No, necessary.
censorship, I think should be allowed, but the way it's done in America is really weird.
You look at Shrek, they said ass a few times in that.
Shrek was like I thought that, like for the longest I thought it was PG-13 and I found
Yeah,
out
that's
PG.
PG, and they definitely say worse things than 2 craps.
They do
Yeah.
they do a lot worse things in the movie.
But his accent comes it up.
Donkey.
It's animated, so.
Yeah,
This is
animated
my
stuff
ass.
gets away with a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to John Wick Chapter 2. Like,
It's gonna be about him finding love.
John Wick, would you consider that an active viewing experience, Josh? Because I'd say it falls in between.
I would
active
say-
and passive.
I would say it's not passive, but it's not.
Active.
It's not like super active.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's like it's enough
just-
to get you thinking.
yeah, it's a nice movie.
What is the part where it makes you think?
But just more like the concept that in the world building that they do. It's just like having a hotel for the 4 assassins, just how like the action is shot and everything.
I did like
it is
that.
a bit of an active experience in that area, but also in general it is more of a passive.
Right.
Also,
So I think it's like a nice.
Did it sound like
It's a nice
anyone
mix.
in the new trailer? The dude from the hotel was also the dude in this new movie. Like I thought I heard him at some point.
Yeah.
Like, hello, welcome back, Mr. John Wick. I'm like, is he at every hotel?
That wasn't him.
Okay, I was about to
Oh,
say.
no, it wasn't him. No,
I was gonna say cloning theory. They're cloning of the hotel dude just to be everywhere,
they should just have
or a robot, or
the
I
guy
don't know.
from Sweet Life be the hotel guy.
Mr. Mosby.
Well, with Mr. Mosby.
Guys, gritty remake of Sweet Life on deck.
Oh, you would want that?
You know
No,
what?
I don't want any
Nobody
of
wants
these.
that.
Okay, I was about to say you
I'm
would
making
want.
jokes.
I was about to say you would want that, but you
Mosby
won't.
goes
You
on
know
the
what?
Gritty
Challenge
Remake.
accepted, Josh.
Gritty
I
I'm
Remake.
gonna
told
write
you
that
to
script.
stay out of my goddamn lobby.
Just Mr. Mosby coming out with a
Josh, I'm
shotgun.
gonna write a script on that, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Do it. I'll read it.
Yes.
Well, you just
You
see
can
him.
shoot it.
Yeah, if we shoot it, we could do it. Well, we need to find twins.
What would London be like?
Just a
She's
badass
like a
Asian.
drug addict.
Have Lucy
No.
Liu play her.
We don't have access to Lucy Liu.
Unfortunately,
I wish we had that. She's great.
We know as an
Oh, yeah.
actress, not like anything else.
Okay, enough topic. Did anyone hear about they're making a live action Lion King and Mulan?
Yeah, I don't
No.
And by live
Lion
action
King.
Lion King, they actually mean
Animated.
photorealistic CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I'm
I
okay
really
with.
don't want that.
I'm okay with
I
it.
don't want
I don't want a remake of The Lion King.
I don't
Lion
want- I
King
don't
was
want-
a kid special because of its animation.
Yeah, I don't want a remake of
That's
it, but
why
I'm
I'm
still
No,
going to
so
see
I
it.
think
And there's already petitions for the Mulan movie. Don't make the main actress white.
Yeah, please don't.
that's
because
the
Mulan's not
it's
white.
going to happen.
thing was with the
Scarlett Johansson.
Oh.
Or Jennifer
Michelle.
Lawrence. Please,
all the
neither.
characters are going to be white.
I want it to be an Asian. Please.
I
Or
volunteer.
in-
tribute.
Be Shane. Be Shane.
I want to be
Kevin.
Shane with man bun.
With the man
I'll just
bun.
have to work
And
out
abs.
and learn how to ride a horse.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll finally get abs and motivation to do it.
I can become
Don't
Jimmy
make
King.
a man
Under
out
the
of you.
steroids that they take.
I mean, I want a live action Mulan, but if they're doing it, they have to have Eddie Murphy be Mushu. No,
He's retired.
he can come back, or they can just use his own lines. Either way,
Ryan
if
can
it's
be
not
Mushu.
Eddie Murphy, then it has to be Kevin Hart.
Well, no, if it's a serious gritty remake, though, I think Keimon could be Mushu.
No, they can't
Could
make
be
a
like a
they
really
can't
wise
make a
dragon.
series. Okay, they can make it.
They're,
Okay,
They're doing a lot of remakes. Like Aladdin's getting a live action thing too.
Yeah.
Well,
Beauty and the Beast.
first we have to get
The thing
through.
with Aladdin,
Once
though,
Upon a
it's
Time.
actually about people.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, The Lion King, The Jungle Book, it's just like, it's really
Mostly
just
animals.
animals talking.
Right.
Like, that
There's
doesn't...
one person in the Jungle Book.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like photorealistic CGI does not work in that
It doesn't,
area.
and it
Yeah,
does not.
that's
That
the
does
thing.
not count as
If
live
they
action.
are doing
Yeah.
Aladdin for live action,
Was Genie?
will they be doing a CGI Abu? Or
It's definitely going to be CGI.
Although-
exactly.
For some reason, I could see The Rock.
It's gonna be like how the
Although
monkey
with the
wasn't
Lion
Lion
King
King
remake, I think
That's what we can't
the
do
fight
though.
with Scar at the end, I think that could be terrifying.
That could be terrifying.
That could be really
no,
scary.
No, seriously. The Lion King photorealistic could be terrifying to children.
Right.
Yeah,
Like I don't.
which is why I want it. I've seen some fan art because of what they talked. No, no. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
no,
telling
Ryan's
me-
a sadist. He
What,
has
what
no
was your
emotions
comic? What
towards
was your
people.
comic strip again? What was your comic strip, Keimon?
It was nothing.
That was the most sadistic, crazy thing. Anyway,
Wait, you wrote a
but
comic strip?
It was
I've
a long time ago.
I've
Oh,
seen
I want to read it.
I've seen
It's,
some fan art for what it would like. They had that battle between Simba and Scar at the end,
Uh-huh.
and just looking at the fan art, I can't pull it up right now because it would take me forever to find it. But
Hey,
it looked great.
listeners, look at this photo.
But yeah, it looked great. I would go see it,
Mhm.
and just like I don't want it, but I still go see it.
I'm probably not going to enjoy a live action Lion King, especially if Jon Favreau directs it, because like what he did with the Jungle Book, like I got really bored watching it. The only- And like the only time I really enjoyed talking photorealistic CGI animals was with was Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
But that makes sense though, because that's part of the plot.
Yeah,
you see
and
the
that's
teaser
not
for that?
that's not a remake. That is a prequel.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
yeah, it's a
They
prequel,
made
but
that.
it's from the original creators anyway.
Yeah.
So like it's the story
And
that they
it
want to tell.
references the original. Like when did the very first one come out? Like 1950 something.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Oh, did you break your phone? Oh,
Language!
Another swear.
No matter
How
how
many
Now
many
it's
S's are we allowed on
podcast.
PG-13?
Unlimited.
It is kind of unlimited.
Anyway, but did anyone see the new teaser for the War of the Planet of the Apes? It was literally like
The snow.
I do
50
think
seconds. Yeah,
I do
Yeah.
think the amount of
That just
prequels
looked
we're
awesome.
getting is a little ridiculous
much.
at
Wait,
this
what?
point.
Okay, so
Wait,
what
you
I'm
think
what I'm
that's
concerned
ridiculous?
with, like, is it actually a prequel or is it a reboot?
it's a prequel.
I don't know. I think
'Cause I feel like-
it's a reboot that starts before the events of the original movie.
But I think they originally it felt like the way I'm like
But they did
watching the
slow.
2 movies so far.
Mhm.
I feel like the first one definitely was a prequel, but then the second Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, that felt like more like a start of a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it could evolve into something closer to what the original source
Oh,
material.
okay,
is.
It's
look.
better than the remakes we got last decade.
I haven't seen the original, but like from what I've seen of it, I don't know if I would like it. Because aren't there monkeys in armor and everything?
Yeah,
like
but
they-
that's
Well, they
when they become
one of the
more
really
evolution.
bad makeup.
See, I didn't like that. I'm like, what they're doing with it
well, yeah,
now
'cause it
looks
doesn't
more.
have
Well,
access.
here, the thing is with the original is that it makes sense because it's
Evolution.
it's evolution. This guy goes in a spaceship, right, and he's been traveling for centuries. Literally, he's been like frozen.
Yeah.
And he comes back and he thinks he's on a different planet, and on this planet,
It turns out it's Earth. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that twist. I like that.
I love that.
as
Now,
an original.
The Tim Burton one, that's just a reboot, attempt at a reboot, right?
That was
That's not
fun,
actually
yeah.
canon.
It's,
Yeah,
no.
thank God.
Yeah, but like I like the new ones, just what they're doing with it, with them like have lived and like if they turn into an actual civilization where they use humans as slaves or where they're all wearing armor, then I'm not gonna. I won't
that
be.
was the point, though.
I know, but
Yeah,
I won't
and
like.
I feel like that's what the next movie is going to be touching base on.
That's the whole point.
I
of
feel like it's gonna
Planet of
touch
the
on that,
Apes.
but I hope it doesn't go 100% into it because I don't want to see like what they. I don't.
Well,
I just don't.
Well,
I'm
they're
going to have to stop you.
I
there
mean,
for
yeah,
a
I haven't seen the
second,
originals,
Since
so-
you haven't seen the originals, you should. In order to make that type of judgment, I would say at least watch one of the originals.
I know. I know. I need to watch them. I just like I haven't.
Keemon's
I
raising
haven't
his
had a
hand.
chance.
I have a theory.
Yeah.
This one, they're probably going to enslave the apes.
I hope not. I
Or
love the
attempts
apes.
to.
I rooted for the apes
Yeah,
until
so-
Koba took over.
They're going to enslave most of the apes because in the original, because at first before they take over, they're like working for the humans, being their like whatever, like doing their hair and stuff like that.
And then Harambe comes
I don't
back
know,
from the
man.
dead
Like
and
a
frees
lot
them
of the humans are dead.
Yeah, most of the humans are dead from
They're
that.
coming. They're going to come back.
Yeah, and
No.
the reason they were wearing armor and like lab coats and stuff and acting like people is because they basically were people at that point.
Mhm.
They had the intelligence of human beings.
Yeah.
And
And some of them even surpassed human beings.
yeah, and after centuries and centuries of this like kind of reverse evolution happening, humans became more ape-like,
Mhm.
and that's why they were just like, oh, humans can't talk, humans can't do anything.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As one
Stay.
species evolves,
And
another
what I
evolves.
liked about the first movie that recently came out of like this new reboot
Yeah.
is they show that original spaceship.
Yeah,
going up
in the
into
news
space,
footage,
and it's
yeah.
like you know what that is.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I was going to tell you about that.
Yeah.
Given you couldn't
Wait,
remember it.
in the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. You see, like Tom
Cameo.
Felton's character.
Mhm.
I think, yeah, he was watching the news and like you see a spaceship going up, and that's like you. That's, like
remember
That's
that.
the spaceship from the first movie.
Oh Lord, they
The very
actually.
first movie.
So they actually are gonna make
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, they're either going to tie it in or remake it. So the thing that I like about these remakes and why I'm totally okay with it is that it's from like the people who make these movies are actually the creators of the original ones.
Exactly.
And
That's
it
why.
does feel like a story that needs to be told.
Right.
And it is a very active viewing experience as well.
Yeah.
Especially Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Like that was
That
like
fight scene.
well, not even just the fight scene, but like the whole plot lines
yeah.
and how they connected to each other and referenced everything else. Like that was very well executed.
I liked how it was hard. For me, it was hard to root. Like at first, I was rooting for the apes, but then until, like after Koba started doing stuff, I was like, man, I hope humans come back. But then like the entire fight scene where they're like the apes are like attacking the base, like I don't know who to root for because I'm like, oh man, it's sad
Because
to
there
see
are
how-
characters on both sides that you love, and characters on both sides that you hate, and I
Yeah.
love that conflict.
Yeah, like I'm like literally, I'm watching the apes blow up. I'm like, no, not the apes. And then I see the humans are getting overrun. And I'm like, no, not the humans. And I'm like, I don't know who to root for in this situation.
And they even do that in the very original one. Have you seen that?
I have not seen the
Yeah.
very original one,
Okay.
but I want to.
Okay.
We should have a man.
We should.
We should do like a movie night or something.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of them. Originals are remakes.
You
have
should.
to watch the
You definitely should.
remakes.
We should at least watch the original for a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do the monkeys talk in it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to
The
watch the
monkeys
remakes,
are
definitely.
the dominant
apes, the
ones.
apes are the monkeys.
You have to watch the prequels, definitely, because those are phenomenal.
The prequels are the newer ones, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the first one, Rise of the Planet of the Apes with James Franco, I give that one like an 8 out of 10.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
a great movie.
I mean, it was good. I felt like it had some problems though.
Oh, what
that made it
problem?
like a little cheesy.
All movies have problems.
But like the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, the sequel, like that's an automatic 10 out of 10 because that's a phenomenal movie. Like I love like I said, like I love the plot lines that they develop, and I love like how the characters are developed.
One of the best parts, being a fan of the original, one of the best parts in Rise of the Planet of the Apes was when Tom Felton said the line, "Get your dirty hands off me," or no, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape." Like that's the best line in the original movie, and they referenced that, and it was just
Yeah, I mean I know about that.
yeah.
Would you say these prequels are better than the originals?
I think they are.
When quality, like definitely with quality, like CGI and everything like that, it's definitely better. But as far as story goes, I can't judge. But Josh,
I say they're on par.
because it's from the same people.
Yeah.
Like
I
even
haven't
like the
seen the
creators
original,
of
so I
the
can't
create
say
of
much.
Planet of the Apes are writing these movies.
If we're judging it on a purely filmmaking standpoint with today's technology and techniques, I would say yes, but that's a given.
Yeah.
But like story wise, just overall enjoyable factor, they're on par. Because
How did we
They're
get to this from John Wick, by the way?
Talking about remakes.
Oh, yeah.
And we were talking about cinematic, like how John Wick
Cinematic
might be a
universe.
prequel to
To
Cats and
Dogs.
Dogs.
yeah, what time are we at?
Oh yeah, probably like an hour and
Hour
40.
36.
Hour 36.
Okay, let's wrap it up, I guess.
Yeah, you got somewhere to go, Ryan?
No, I don't.
You,
I'm
you
just
got
like,
a party to go to?
no, I
Got some
don't.
alcoholic beverages to put in your system?
Candy!
Kevin, you're more likely to have alcoholic beverages than me.
Candy.
You have ale right over there.
It's not alcoholic though.
But it's ale.
It's ginger ale, or it's organic ginger ale.
He says that.
It's
I mean,
soda.
I liked it, but it was still.
It's good soda for your system.
Kevin doesn't drink at all.
I really don't.
I know.
You skateboard.
But you do.
You skateboard?
What?
You skateboard?
No, I have a skateboard that I
What?
use for film equipment, but I don't.
You're false.
I'm gonna try to learn how to skateboard
Closer.
this semester.
But should we talk about what we're going to be doing for the rest of the week?
I'm gonna catch up on CWDC shows
Please.
because
I really
I
like the
suck
new
at
season of
this.
You're
Gotham.
missing a lot.
Gotham's really good this season.
I haven't
Gotham
watched
is great.
any of Gotham. I only watched the pilot Gotham, so I need to catch
Dude,
up
the
on
most
that.
recent episode was great.
The thing is, so like,
good.
I'm watching Netflix while I'm at work.
Wait, you say it wasn't that good, or
So,
Alex? You say it wasn't that good, or
No, it was. I was
Okay.
saying that Gotham was good.
I'm watching Netflix while I'm at work. So like right now I'm catching up on Arrow. Then I'll be watching like Legends of Tomorrow, and then after that I'll probably be watching iZombie. Then moving on to Gotham.
I do want to see how Kevin reacts to the early beginnings of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
That would
no,
be
I
fun
want
to
to.
watch
Yeah, I
with
want to
you.
watch that. If you want to watch it soon, just let me know.
Yeah, it's like sometime this week.
Yeah.
You have to watch the very first.
It's just the first.
Yeah,
the
I have
first
it on
half of
DVD.
this week I'm super busy with production, and then second half I'll probably be more lenient. Yeah, I'll be watching a lot of Hitchcock movies too because I got a Hitchcock class starting Tuesday.
Ooh,
night.
that sounds cool.
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds good. Ooh, watch Rear Window. Hope you're watching this. Rear Window.
The only one I've seen is the Birds. Yeah,
That's
Birds.
probably
I've
my
seen-
favorite Hitchcock.
I was really good. I love that.
Rear Window is great.
remember
I
when
hear Window is wonderful.
he put Hitchcock put his face on Rushmore. I forgot what movie that was.
Well, I'm gonna be watching maybe all of his movies.
It's like because they had this plane scene that was like original, like the first tracking shot of a plane.
I remember seeing that in my film history class.
It was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Hitchcock.
He's definitely see, I'm trying to think of modern day Hitchcock now. Like, I would say Christopher Nolan would be closest to what Hitchcock was. But, even then, it's still not quite there.
Yeah.
Right.
No, definitely Michael Bay.
I don't know, man.
M. Night
I don't
Shyamalan.
know.
Not even I'm jumping on that.
M.
M.
Night
Night
Shyamalan-
Shyamalan's trying to be.
He's trying to be Alfred Hitchcock.
He's
He's failing.
Idea-wise, he
he has-
is. Writing and directing-wise, he's not.
He has a new series coming out.
M. Night
He's
Shyamalan?
no.
He's doing the Crypt Keeper.
What about
No,
that
Tales
one?
of the
Tales from the Crypt. Oh no!
Wait, what about that one series he was doing? The with the town and people couldn't leave or whatever. It ended.
Yeah, it got canceled.
I
Wait.
forget. It got to the second season though. I was
Yeah.
surprised.
Under
by
the
that.
Dome.
No.
Oh, no.
Because I hated that show.
Okay, Under the Dome is an
Wait, wait.
awful show.
It was
It's an
called-
awful book too.
No, I love the book. I hate the book. I
haven't
love the
seen
book.
it. Isn't
I thought
it
the
taking
book
place
was-
in St. Louis?
No.
No, that's a different.
All
that's
Stephen
a,
King
that's a
books take
sci-fi
place in
thing.
Maine.
Oh, something else was taking place in St.
That's a
Louis.
sci-fi show. We don't talk about that.
Josh, why do you hate Under the Dome?
Under the Dome, it had a decent start. The book,
Yeah.
like concept wise, but I felt like the alien plot twist
Yeah.
was a little forced. It was a little bit lazy.
Yeah, no, definitely I agree with that.
I felt like it didn't need to be over 1,000 pages. Like, I have no problem with long books, but with that concept, I feel like there's not enough material to constitute that. It dragged on.
You see, like, how I felt about it, like, then again, this was my first Stephen King book, first time reading Stephen King, reading that book when I was, like, 16. So I do agree that the end result is, pretty bad and, like, kind of a cop-out. But I really liked the whole journey to that ending, and I did not feel like it was overly explained and longer than it should be, because it's like, think about it, you and this whole town is trapped under a dome for like 7 days. Like, most likely you're not going to be able to sleep that much.
Right.
So you're just going to be like, it's just going to feel like a really long 7 days. He captures it from multiple perspectives, and then it does, like, you can see like the slow descent into insanity that would totally happen within 7 days.
That's true.
So that's why I liked it. I mean, like I said, like, the ending I didn't care for, but overall I did enjoy Under the Dome book. But I think that's enough for today's podcast. It's like we can
talk about Under the Dome for a while.
We'll talk it after, like, later on.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to us today and our rambles and me being kind of monotonous because I'm tired. But you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/morenerds. My name's Kevin. You can follow me on Twitter at authorklau. That is AUTHORKLAU. And you guys want to go around and give your contact info, like your social security card or something like that?
Whoa!
Yeah, my social security number is
screw you. What?
I forgot it.
You forgot it?
Say.
Yeah.
You can message Keimon on my Snapchat at Pokemon07.
You can message me, Ryan, on any of the 4 social medias at FireYouRed. That's FireYouRed. You can tell me about all the things you hate about me.
What are they gonna message you about?
About the movies and how apparently I'm horrible.
You just get you just wake up one night, like, your phone buzzes and you open up and it's a message that says please send nudes.
You never know.
Please don't.
Nudes and fight scenes.
Please don't.
All right, well, we're gonna end it here. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Say bye, Josh.
Bye.
Please kill me.
Bye.